cry and they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Know you hear them angels crying. Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Know you hear them angels crying. Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Know you hear them angels crying. Another body slain in the street, and we've been needing change, needing peace. We dying, we can't take it no further. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Heard the angels cry and they scream murder, murder. Know you hear them angels crying.
May he always chapter 36. Have mercy upon us, O Lord God of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek them after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no God but only thou, O God. Shew new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite asunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together, and inherit thou them as from the beginning. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful. O Lord, hear the prayer of thy servants, according to the blessing of Aaron over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art the Lord, the eternal God, and Yahushua now we pray. Hallelujah!
Hallelujah! Today's class, New World Order for the destruction of the 12 tribes.
Shalom, shalom, giving our praises to the Most High and His Son, Yahushua. Glad to be back with another Shabbat.
Right.
One thing we're going to talk about, the New World Order. You know, it's been in place for a long time. Don't get it twisted that they trying to put something in place. It's been in place.
Right.
And when you look at the back of your dollar bill, that's what it's telling you. There's a New World Order, man.
Right.
That's what it's telling you. That's why brothers and sisters that fall in love with that money, man, you falling in love with the devil.
Right. Right.
It's not about Christ. Matthew 6:33. What I'm trying to show you today is that they're trying to destroy us, and Israel's trying to destroy us too.
That's right.
Non-Israelites, Israelites, you know, people that don't like to keep the commandments. You got all different categories of lights. We not all Israel, man. Everybody that come into the building ain't an Israelite.
That's right.
But everybody's welcome in the building if they want to follow Christ.
That's right. That's right.
See, we don't discriminate on no nationality. We want everybody to follow Christ. You cannot change this world without getting everybody to start, because the majority, they wicked as hell out there, man.
That's right.
So everybody that come in and want to take that need to Christ, we are welcoming with open arms, man. See, we've been taught this truth. We was fed this truth another way.
That's right.
And now that the Lord is feeding us the right way, let's take this truth and move forward with it, man.
That's right.
Read that out.
St. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of God.
We know everybody ain't seeking God, man. We know everybody ain't seeking Christ. Because you can tell by their actions.
That's right.
You can tell by their conversation. You can tell by their ways, man. They're not seeking this Christ. We on to Zion. Read up.
And his righteousness.
And his what?
And his righteousness.
This Bible is the way of his righteousness, man.
Right. Right.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we apply this?
Break it out.
Why don't we, when we walk, and why don't we walk like this? See, you can't put on Christ when you want to put on Christ. You got to put on Christ every day.
That's right.
That's right. Christ got to be put on every day.
That's right. That's right.
When you wake up in the morning, first thing you're doing is putting on Christ.
Bring it out.
And you know, this is hard for some of our people when they having a bad day. They forget about Christ.
Bring it out.
See, we got to put on Christ, man. And all our actions have to be about Christ, and everything else will fall in place.
Right.
Read on up.
And all these things shall be added unto you.
How to be a man, how to be a woman, how to guide your children, how to build your house. This is what we have to do, man. We get so many people, man, that come in this truth and they don't take this truth serious. Give me John 8:20.
Bring it out.
Like I can't find you on the you know me, technology. Are we good? Read that out.
St. John chapter 8 and verse 20. These words spake Christ in the treasury as he taught in the temple.
As he what?
Taught in the temple.
See, everybody want miracles and they want things of, and that's what Israel buy into. You can see that Israel is still used to this the trickery. That's what the devil uses, deceit. And that's what our peoples love.
That's right.
They love to be fooled. And they love being fooled, man. No matter how many times you can tell them Christmas is not about Christ, they okay, this is for the they'll go to it's for the children then.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
So what your children is gonna tell their children, it's for the children's. And it's sad that our people love witchcraft, and that's why you see them flock to these other camps. They're just coming out of being drunken. Then they come right back into the truth, getting even drunker.
That's right. That's right.
It's sad. Read that.
And no man laid hands on him.
And no man. Where we at? John 18 and 20 again, man.
St. John chapter 18 and verse 20.
Read on.
Christ answered him, I spake openly to the world.
He said, I spoke. I taught the whole world. Read.
I ever taught in the synagogue.
Read on.
And in the temple.
Hold up, in the church. Well, who are you? You are this church. You are this temple, man, that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
But see, you don't want your temple to be right. It's hard for our people to fight what they fighting. It's hard for them to fight it, man. Because there's so much pulling out there in the world. What did it say? The devil would deceive the whole world.
That's right. LA.
And we thinking, you know how they done told us it's going to be one devil coming in and he going to be pulling tricks on you? Well, who the hell pulled tricks on us already?
Bring it out.
Why we so much hatred, so much distrust in the nation? I'm telling you, man, this New World Order thing has been constructed, man. They've been laying the plans down.
That's right.
That's just like you see all these sacrifices.
Yeah.
See, a lot of these people you see that's getting shot down like they went in that store in Buffalo, man. None of those people was keeping the commandments, but they acting like they following Christ.
Right.
Oh.
Sacrifice. Don't you be that other sacrifice, because it's a lot of killing.
That's
Just
right.
like in Chicago, man, 10 got shot, 2 dead. See, a lot of you don't watch the news because you don't want to know the truth. See, I watch it because I want to know the pulse of the nation. Read,
Whither the Jews always resort.
read on.
And in the secret have I said nothing.
See, Christ ain't kept nothing from you. Everything he did it through the Most High Spirit.
That's right.
It's no secrets. This whole world is set up on secrecy.
Bring it out.
You know nothing. All you know to do is go clock in at work. How many of you know when your company was created?
Bring
Bring
it
it
out.
out.
Bring it out.
How many of you know anything? You just accept what's on the surface, never dig down to see how the roots, how it got established.
Bring it out.
That's what's wrong with our people, man. They don't care to seek knowledge. They don't care, they okay with what goes on. Because some of us, we thinking we on another level. No, man, let me tell you something. Knowing the precept don't make you a man.
Bring it out.
Knowing the Bible doesn't make you a man. You got a lot of these men out here tricking our people, man.
Right.
You got a lot of these guys with fringes on the corner tricking our people.
Bring it out. Teach.
You know why? Because they some ain't right with them, man.
Right.
Some ain't sitting right with them, man. So they want to take everybody and destroy them too.
Bring it out.
This thing ain't for everybody, man, to be. Everybody should have a mic in their hand, man.
Bring it out.
Facts.
But you've been brainwashed so long, man. You feel like you read the Bible one time, you a elder. No, man, let me tell you something. You have this thing evolves.
Bring it out.
Let's get this letter. Let's get this letter, man. Let's get this letter. Hey, don't read the New World Order. Just read, start at the family. Let me show you, man, how you destroy people. How you destroy people. Read that.
The family. Homosexual marriages will be legalized.
Nobody knew this was already orchestrated. You see this? Read.
Parents will not be allowed to raise their children.
Real.
The state will.
Who raising your children today?
Bring it out.
How many of you still sending your children, getting them shots and stuff when we're here telling you not to do these things?
Bring it out.
See, y'all don't want to listen to who Christ sending to tell you the truth. Y'all want to just, you so programmed, you do have so much distrust, you have distrust in the men that follow Christ.
Bring it out.
Read.
All women will be employed by the state and not allowed to be homemakers.
They pulling the wires out, man. That's why you see the women's got all the jobs. Yeah, the women should be standing up and trying to help, but they don't care because they got pride on them.
That's right.
They want to be the HINC in the house, man. That's what they want to be in that house, man. Because this thing has been set up. This was the new world order. To destroy them, man, you start with the family.
That's right.
That's how you destroy people, man. No order in the house. Wicked sisters, weak men. I see this now. I be like, man, they don't like our still, man. But who's Christ?
Bring it out.
Do Christ play? You gonna get up there, thinking you're gonna get to the kingdom and then you're gonna pull a fast one on him. That's how people think, man. They don't think right, man, because they be on the phone gossiping, man. They don't know, man. Let me tell you something. If you knew what we was doing then, you come take this seat.
Bring it out.
I'm gonna drop these keys in your hand, see how many doors you know they go to.
Bring it out.
I'm gonna see how many things that you can do to help your people.
Bring it out.
See, that's the problem with our people. Everybody wanna be a king or queen, and everybody ain't qualified.
Bring it out.
That's the problem with our people, man. We wanna be that next rapper, man.
Bring it out.
But all I tell them is they doing is rapping. They ain't rapping about nothing. Read up.
Divorce will become exceedingly easy and monogamous marriage will be slowly phased out.
Hey man, they here to destroy you. That's why you start, when I was young, I didn't see two women walking down in the mall with their hands holding.
Bring it out.
You didn't see two men hugged up. They probably would have got jumped.
That's right.
I'm just telling you the truth.
Bring it out.
You didn't see this kind of this stuff. This stuff has slowly been played out. They showed this story with your television, showing you the cartoons. A lot of you still, children watching cartoons and stuff. That's why we got to start creating our own world, man.
That's right.
Nobody want to use their mind. Now you starting to see in Israel, we starting to go back. Our wives are starting to be homemakers. That's what we need to be doing, man. We need to all stand up and be men.
That's right. Right.
See, some of us, we don't care because it's not what we want. What you want ain't never going to get you nowhere.
That's right.
Read up.
The workplace, the government will become the owner of all of the factors of production. The private ownership of property will be outlawed.
You don't own nothing, man. And that's why I say, people be so proud I've got this house and 2 cars out there in the driveway. God has been blessing me. With what, bills?
Bring it out.
With what? What are you being blessed with?
Bring it out.
Your children are struggling, you okay sitting in your house.
Bring it out.
No one will understand, man. 10 toes down. We can do better than what we do in Israel. Read.
Religion. Religion will be outlawed and believers will be either eliminated or imprisoned.
Let me tell you something, man. When you standing up for Christ, man, that's what they did. They persecuted our brothers. They persecuted our sisters. This has been going on for a long time. People holler, George Bush holler, no New World Order. George Bush just a puppet, man.
That's right.
He don't pull no strings up in there, man. People don't know what's going on over here. That's why you got these Israelites out here. All they doing is chasing down the white man, calling him the devil, when they the devil with fringes on, man. See, I speak the truth. They don't want to hear it. Yeah, you got a problem.
Teach.
They too busy trying to chase somebody down. They don't even know who he is.
Bring it out.
See, the devil's in your camp.
Bring it out. That's right.
Who's causing all the confusion around here?
Bring it out.
Who got all the hatred going on around here?
Bring it out.
See, we don't consider that. That's just one incident, huh? Most of the time you get into it, somebody you know.
That's right.
Most of the time somebody breaking in your house is somebody you know.
That's right.
Let me tell you something, man. You don't know who is who around here. And that's the problem with our people. They know everything, man, but they know nothing. Read,
there will be a new religion.
There's going to be a new religion. That's why you got all these denominations around here.
Teach.
That's why you got all these denominations around here, man.
Bring it out.
See, it started with the Puritans, man. They wanted to do it their way. You got the Protestants. See, you got all these, and then you got in America, the Seventh Day and the Jehovah's Witness just popped up. Joseph Smith, the Mormons. But see, we don't even know all this was created by so-called black people.
Bring it out.
See, we so infatuated with the so-called white man. I've seen people out in the street, white man fell down, sister go crazy.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
But if her brother fall down, she walk right by.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
They have taught you to love somebody that you don't even know who he is, where he come from.
Bring it out.
They telling you he Esau, but they don't know who Esau is, man.
Bring it out.
We got fed the same garbage that everybody else got fed when they come in this truth.
That's right.
You come in this truth, man, they're going to teach you what the lies that they've been, all the books that they was giving us. How the hell did they know about these books?
Bring it out.
Why they don't know about the other books that I be researching out, man?
Bring it out.
See, it's all the same game. Agents set this up, man.
That's right.
That's a part of this new world order. Who you think set the Black Panthers up? Who do you think set the NAACP up?
Bring it out.
Who do you think put Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson out on the scene?
Bring it out.
See, we blind, man. Blind mans with Bibles. We're not trying to help build our nation, help teach them anything. Read up.
There will be a new religion, the worship of man and his mind. All will believe in the new religion under 501c3 order.
Let me tell you something, man. And you got some camp, they defend their 501c3.
That's right.
Bring it
How
out.
the hell you defending something that's just a government-ran program,
Bring it
man?
out.
And you got these Israelites, they believe in it, man. Why do you think there's no love amongst our people?
Bring it out.
Because everybody that's brown skinned ain't an Israelite, man.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Some of you might be Esau, man.
Bring it out.
I'm about to come with that fire soon, man. I'm showing you that they established the KKK.
Bring it out.
See, we thought it was so-called white people, man. They were running. See, let me tell you something. You've been programmed by your TV, man.
That's right.
The Birth of a Nation, they show you these movies, but they never told you the truth about the Klans, did they? Did they tell you that they was locking Klansmen's ass up, man? So you don't know nothing about history. All you know is about what they fed you.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. I wish I would catch somebody out in my yard with a white sheet with a cross. When that police get there, it's going to be bodies out there for them, man.
That's right.
You thinking some of our brothers was sitting around like allowing this? That's how they make coward men. They make them fear. Put fear in them, man.
Bring it out.
Some of you still got fear today.
Bring it out.
Worried about somebody else, man. Follow Christ.
Bring it out.
You have that same spirit, man.
That's right. Bring it out.
No, I'm just telling you. Nobody know the history, man. We don't research nothing. We just regurgitate it. We repeat everything someone say.
That's right.
Read, Doug.
The world should be forewarned to be on the lookout for diseases.
Hold up. Now, how many diseases? Why people so sick? Where did colon cancer come from?
Bring it out.
Where did Alzheimer's come from?
Bring it out.
Where did all these diseases come from? Our people's got. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of you love that GMO foods, man. A lot of you love it. Because let me tell you something, if you're not putting the right thing in your body, your mind ain't gonna think right.
Bring it out.
You can't put regular in a super and let it tank, it ain't gonna run right.
That's right.
You can't put oil in transmission, it's not gonna act right.
Bring it out.
So you can't put GMOs in a body and it think right.
Bring it out.
That's why a lot of you have a hard time thinking, man.
Teach.
That's why a lot of you have a hard time, man, following Christ.
Bring it out.
That's why Christ put the Spirit on us to go out there and do the work what He say do.
That's right.
Well, no, let me tell you something. It say 6 days they labor. Some of you, 6 days you soft.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Do nothing for the power, man.
Teach.
Do nothing.
That's right.
Sit around and complain all the time about things that you can't change.
That's right.
Facts.
That's the problem with our people. Read, Doug.
Which have been suppressed for years.
Hang on, what's the problem with them?
Diseases which have been suppressed for
Been
years.
suppressed in your mind, man. All they want to do is control your thoughts.
That's right.
They can control your body. Who gonna put that needle? Who gonna put that crack pipe to their lips, man?
Bring
If
it
they
out.
controlling this.
Bring it out.
When you can't think, man, you gonna follow what everybody else does.
Teach.
Right.
You got all these diseases, AIDS, strokes, Alzheimer's, diabetes, man. You got all these diseases, pneumonia. Why was all this stuff bad in the past?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
It's coming from the food. Why is allergy so rapid now?
Bring it out.
It's coming from the food.
Bring it
I
out.
noticed that I started eating that food coming from that garden. Mine's starting to clear up. But we got brothers and sisters that won't even step out there, man. They rather go to Walmart and get that GMO.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Some of you got GMO friends.
Bring it out.
That's right.
Bring that out.
And they wear fringes.
Facts.
Read up.
Suddenly rearing their ugly heads and decimating populations.
I'm gonna tell you something. Why are you thinking what's going on? Why are you thinking people out here killing each other? Where the real war at? It's in over there in the UK, Korean. What's that name of that country that they fight? Kuwait. No, Ukraine. It's the real war over there. No, it's in your neighborhoods.
That's right.
That's where the real war is, man.
That's right.
That's where the real Jacob and Esau is, man.
That's right.
It's in these neighborhoods. Let me tell you something. When you think about lions, are they killing each other? No, they're
Bring it
not.
out.
Yeah, there might be one get slapped around that don't understand where his order is.
That's right.
Or the hyenas killing each other.
Teach.
Bring it out.
You better understand this is a spiritual thing, man.
That's right.
They don't mix this up so we in here killing each other because we got hatred for each other.
Bring it out.
See, they don't think about this, man. That's why you see all these camps popping up, man. They're not serving Christ, they serving their damn self, man.
That's right.
Wicked ass men with fringes on, man.
That's right.
And yeah, I tell them in their face.
That's right.
No fear here. That's what's going on, man. And we don't want to get together, man, and try to help get us out of here. Let me tell you something. Some of your zip codes gonna change soon, man.
Bring it out.
Because you can't afford the rent.
Bring it out.
They jacking rent up so high, man.
Right. Bring it out.
They're gonna force you back in this jungle, man.
Right.
This death trap.
That's right.
It's a death trap, man. Read up.
Suddenly rearing their ugly heads and decimating populations. Already on the verge of starvation in the third world nation.
Let me tell you something. That's what they're bringing here, man. You got our sisters out here complaining about abortion. They okay with killing. You got them out here fighting for Similac. They're okay. Who get their children a pot of milk?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
You know, sometimes I'm going to go back in time, man, and mama going to give me that bottom, I'm going to give her the golden hand. You better give me that titty, man. Feeding me this poison. You better go out there and grow a garden and give me some good stuff.
Bring it out. That's right.
Bring that out.
We getting poison. How do you think it destroys your mind?
Bring it out.
Why do you think the children that don't get breastfed are different than the children that do?
Bring it out.
What's the difference? It's not the same. Read up.
The conspiratorial view of history, this view holds that the major events of the past have happened by design.
You thinking all this stuff ain't been designed, man? You thinking an iceberg sank the Titanic?
Bring it out.
Some of you sisters and brothers probably was crying, man, it's sinking. I went a curve. I ain't got $1 invested in it, man.
Bring it out.
I'm just telling y'all the truth. You thinking Martin Luther King was someone that came from the hood? No, he was a communist. And they hate Christ.
Bring it out.
See, everything has been designed, man. Everything has been prepared. And you thinking they not finna try to water this truth there?
Right.
Bring it out.
You have Kendrick Lamar coming out telling me he not black no more, he Israelite. And you look at his album cover, it's showing you he a puppet.
Bring
That's right.
it out.
But see, all people run to him. Anytime you see an entertainer put on a pair of fringes, they run to him.
That's right. Bring it out.
What's Christ the entertainer?
Bring it out.
What's Christ looking for? Notoriety?
Bring it out.
See, they got the wrong Christ, man.
That's right.
Right.
Read up.
People plan wars.
What?
People plan wars.
Read on.
Depression.
Let me tell you something. A lot of you getting caught right now, man. A lot of you getting caught, man, because you still. I have people leave out of here telling me that they want to go to clubs and party, man. Let me ask you now, where you going now?
Bring it out.
As soon as we left Deep Element, a couple people died down there, man. Soon as the next day.
Bring it out.
There's no love in these cities, man. This is war. Spiritual war.
That's right.
A spiritual man or woman gonna think. You gotta have Christ on you. You can't get into a heated battle with somebody. Just live in this world. Don't try to be a part of this world. Why you want to get in a fight with a knucklehead, man? Over what? What are y'all fighting for? Do words make you fight?
Bring it out.
Do anything that trigger you make you. That's like I tell you, road rage. They out here killing each other like it ain't nothing, man, because they depressed. Read.
Inflation.
Hold up. What's going on there? Gas so high, food so high. This was all orchestrated. Now they finna roll back the COVID coming back.
Right.
They got China shut down, got their buildings locked down with fences around them.
Bring it out.
Some, talking to a brewer, concentration camp. The hood is a concentration camp, man.
Right.
How many of them leave out their zip code?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Other than to go to work,
Bring it out.
or to the mall, or to the store. 80% of their life is going to be in their zip code.
That's right.
They don't know what it's like to travel and see things.
That's right.
All they know is television.
That's right. Bring it out.
Read.
And revolutions years in advance.
Read on,
Wars. Nikolai Lenin, the father of the communist revolution of 1917 in Russia, also voiced his hatred of God and religion.
Let me tell you something. This was a so-called black man. See, don't get it twisted, man. Because all the images you see are painted on you Googles, man. How many of y'all did any research about any of these peoples, man?
Bring it out.
That let you know you're easy to be fed, man. And when somebody tell you the truth, it's hard. If I tell you Beyonce a big drag, man, it's hard for some of you brothers, man, some of you sisters. Because that was a hero to you, man.
Bring it out.
See, it's hard, man. These things have been designed from way in the past.
Right.
They want to destroy the Israelites.
That's right.
They know we only thing that God want to come back here and take revenge for. Let's destroy them. They plan for this. They plan this truth. Yeah, they started this truth. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. They started this truth. This truth was started by agents. So yeah, they're gonna feed us the stuff that they want us to run to, the books that they want us to read. That's how we keep them not knowing. That's how we keep them not knowing George Washington was a dark man. So it's hard for people to hear this truth, man. It's hard for people, because they his mind going crazy right now. Because they ain't never heard it before.
That's right.
Because all they know is painted pictures.
That's right.
That's right.
All you know is kindergarten, crayon pictures.
Bring it out.
That's all you know about. You've been deceived so long you don't even think for yourself.
Right. That's right.
You know to get up in the morning and go to that job, man. You know to go to school. Why we need 12 years of school, man?
Bring it out.
They have to make sure that the brainwashing programming runs deep.
That's right.
Read that.
Practice of Marxism in communist Russia was Robert Conquest, a famed British Sovietologist. He estimated that at least 21,500,000 human beings have been executed or killed in other ways by the Marxist communist authorities.
This is all about dictatorship, man. You ain't got no president, man. You got a dictator sitting in the up here, man. You ain't never, and that's why people don't vote. What you voting for, man?
Bring it out.
You got to, let me tell you something. Your social security number, they know who you are.
Bring it out!
It's your penitentiary number. See, a lot of you thinking just because they're in the pen, they calling out their number. When you go beg for a job, what number you calling out?
Bring it out.
When you go and apply for anything, what number do you have to give?
Bring it out.
See, we don't think like that, man, because we've been programmed so long that we thinking that something right about this society, man. This society is wicked as hell. Read up.
China, as a nation, also experienced a similar fate during its communist revolution.
Let me tell you something. A lot of these y'all don't know that these were so-called black people that was in these countries. This is why you have these wars. Just like you read about these people that supposed to have been scheduling wars. All that stuff is fake, man. Everything you read about is fake. You got to go do research, man. See, because you too busy looking and seeing what's on surface. Nobody want to dig it down and see what the root is, man. Where it started at. Read up.
Of 1923 to 1947, Professor Richard L. Walker, in an official government report released by the Senate Subcommittee on Internal Security in 1971, estimated that the total dead in China might go as high as 64 million.
Let me tell you something, man. You think it ain't killing folks?
Teach. Bring it out.
You thinking this new world order is gonna come in soon? This new world order's already been here, man.
Right.
And it's been a lot of blood sacrifice here. They sacrifice their own, man. They don't care nothing about nobody. It's all about the 1%.
That's right.
It's all about the elites.
That's right.
It ain't, let me tell you something, all your sports, everything is all designed, man. It's just to keep people trapped. We start our children in these sports in pre-K, man. Put them out there as soon as we can, cause we looking for that diamond in the rough. See, cause a lot of time, man, a lot of them parents that got these children that's in the sports, man, you see how they be messing up their lives. Because they wasn't taught nothing from the foundation. No matter what you believe, man, we was never taught nothing but to be good servants. Read out.
Another individual who joined a secret society was Adolf Hitler, the head of the Nazi Socialist Party in Germany.
You know, you think about this, man. Everybody thinking there's war. Man, they controlling both sides. They control both sides of everything, man. Why are you thinking when they shot them peoples up in Buffalo, here come Biden? See, if it was a real revolution, they told Biden to get back on that plane, get the hell out of here, man.
That's right.
See, they create the tragedy, then they come and try to soothsay it.
Bring it out!
That's why you got Jesse Jackson and Al Sneaky Sharpton up there, man.
Bring it out. Right.
See, they should have made them get back on the planes, man. Go back to where you go, man. Don't come here. But see, as soon as Christ tried to raise up his servants, his prophets, nobody helped push it. Nobody helped him move this truth.
That's right.
You see these brothers out here in the corners doing the work. You have no sympathy for it, man. It's about you. It's about you.
Bring it out.
How far have you gotten in life?
Teach.
What happened if you lose that job? What about you?
Bring it out!
What about if you get behind on your rent? What about you?
Bring it out.
You don't think about family, do you?
Bring it out!
You don't think about we and us.
Bring it out.
It's all about I. See, that's how we think. We think about what we got to deal with. All we going, I'm trying to make sure everything. I want to see what we can do to make things better. Read,
He joined a secret society called the Thule Society, termed the secret prime mover of Nazism. He twisted cross. In it, he makes this observation.
Let me tell you something, man. That twisted cross ain't nothing but a cross.
That's right.
It's all a game, man. They represent one organization, man. And that's to destroy us.
Right.
Read on,
The inner group, which controlled the Thule Society, contained men who were self-confessed Luciferians. The swastika, with another symbol, the sun, and all it represented had to pay for it with the supreme sacrifice on the bloody altar of war.
Let me tell you something. They send your sons and daughters out there just to sacrifice.
That's right.
Bring it out.
That's all this is for, man. Ain't no war been to go liberate nobody. You can't tell me one war that was about saving some people that was being oppressed.
Bring it out!
Why haven't the peoples from the Europe came over and had a war with America to get us up out of this?
Bring it out.
We being oppressed every day, sacrifice here. Read,
50 million people died in World War II.
50 million people died, man. Read.
50 million people sacrificed to the religion of Lucifer, German for leader.
Let me tell you something. When people run to these wars, man, you go over there to the Iraq, they over there pulling the oil out. Who do you think set up Hussein? It was them.
That's right.
And once you go against what they say, they coming to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's going to be. They're going to send in their spies, they're going to send in their people, or they'll poison you.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's either way. They're going to take you down.
That's right.
In this case, meaning Mr. Hitler saw in the Jewish people,
The who?
the Jewish people,
Read.
with their black hair and swarthy complexion, the dark side of the human species.
See, they think we are somebody, man, that's evil. How do you think the television portray us?
That's right.
The television portray us as evil people. They show us with guns. They show us shooting at each other. They show us killing each other.
That's right.
They show us in a negative light. So you come in the truth and you have a negative light about your brother.
Bring it out!
And you ain't seen us pull a gun,
Bring it
shoot
out!
nobody, man. And let me tell you something, man. That Ku Klux Klan stuff, man, let me tell you something. It was all fake. It was all fake, man. It was just all television. You know, you read about the Mississippi burning, or you watch the movie, you know, they just enticing your mind, just destroying your mind, thinking that somebody was killed 3 people that went down there. They probably sacrificed their brother for being a fool. Emmett Till, that's another one. See, they do sacrifice, man. What you think they're doing with these young rappers? They sacrifice.
Bring it out.
You want that limelight, yeah, you gonna take what comes with it.
That's right.
That's right.
This is a game, man, and it's being ran on us.
Teach you.
We don't, and that's the thing, man. Our people don't want to change. Give me Revelation 20:1. Our people don't want to change, man. They want to stay here. They want to love here, man. This whole place is crooked.
That's right. Right. That's right.
Thieves, murderers. How do you get this country?
Bring it out.
You come here, man, and slaughter the Native American for their land.
That's right.
You thinking that they on the land, you know, the Indians, they got these spears and feathers in their head. They see a bunch of so-called white men getting out of shit. They'll freak out, man. They'll kill everybody. They were seeing people look like them, man.
Bring it out. That's right.
That's what the problem. And so many people got Esau. Esau, these peoples. Then why the Lord proving that they're not? Why?
Bring it out.
If they just come out and crawl out the Caucasus Mountains, where they never come from, they're not even Caucasian. Why? Why do we eat this stuff that they give us? Why? Why do we still eat that baloney? Why? Why do we believe everything they teach us in these schools? Why? Nothing in that they teach us is true. But all people, man, they so hungry for something. And the thing is, when I tell you, when you come in the truth, get your foundation, man.
Right. Right.
Come in here and learn and build on Christ. Study to show yourself approved, man. Most people come in this truth, they want to be more than Christ.
That's right.
That means they want to be seen.
That's right.
You know, this thing ain't about fame, glory. This is not what this is about, man. This is about restoring a nation that is in a decayed state, man. Through the Spirit of Christ. Without the Spirit of Christ, we can't do nothing for each other.
That's right. That's right.
Money ain't gonna change a thing. You just gonna have Israelites with fringes that's wicked with money. Now it's gonna create a problem.
Bring it out. Right.
Because the person that don't know how to spend money want to control the money.
That's right.
Bring
it out.
Maybe you didn't hear me. The person that want to control everything, they don't know how to even budget their own money. So how are they going to budget the money for a nation?
Bring it out. Bring that out.
You know, so you got these guys out here, fly by nights, want to start these camps. That's how you going to build anybody? Well, we just going to serve Christ. That's the lie that you're telling.
That's right. That's right.
Read, dog.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 1.
Read on.
And I saw an angel come down from heaven.
Seen a messenger, man. Come down, man. Seen a messenger come down, man. Read.
Having the key of the bottomless pit.
He said he having the key of the bottomless pit. Read.
And a great chain in his hand.
And a great change in his hand. Give me 2 Peter 2 and 4. Having a great change in his hand, man. Tell you something, man. Read that out.
2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 4. For if God spared not the angels.
If he don't spare the angels, read.
That sin.
That what?
That sin.
Read.
But cast them down to hell.
Captivity, read.
And delivered them into chains of darkness.
That's why he had to change, because he had to release this beast back on us, man.
That's right.
See, all the history why we don't know nothing about the history time from the 1500 to the 1000 to 0 AD?
Bring it out.
Why we know, who knows something about any of this history? It's sad. It's sad that we want to be scholars, elders, and teachers, and we don't know history. You got to know history to teach a Bible. You can't just be a regurgitated Israelite. Well, watch videos, man. They educate me. No, you're not. You got to educate yourself.
That's right.
One thing I learned when it's truth about a year and a half, I said, man, I got to cut the videos off. I got to start eating myself.
That's right.
You watching videos, you being entertained. It's time for you to stand up, read up.
To be reserved unto judgment.
And to be reserved unto judgment, man. To be reserved unto judgment. Give me Revelations 9 and 1. Read that up.
Revelation chapter 9 and verse 1.
Read on.
And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth.
He said he seen a star come down from heaven unto the earth. Read.
And to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Oh, now we know who this man was, Yahushua.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. He controls everything, man.
That's right.
Because let me tell you something. We don't want to get right, man. See, we've been fed false doctrine so long, man. That's why so much division amongst us.
That's right.
Some of this is in your DNA, man. Some of this is you've been force-fed your whole life. Give me Matthew 2 and 7, man. I just want to, I'm here to tell a story today. We got to know who is who in this Bible, and where and what is what.
That's right.
Read up.
St. Matthew chapter 2 and verse 7. Then Herod, when he had privily called the wise men, inquired of them diligently.
Let me ask you this. So we got a so-called white man. Let me tell you something. They didn't put it in the books.
Bring it out.
But they ain't gonna say he was a so-called white man. They say from Edom.
Bring it out.
Let me ask you this. We're in Jerusalem, and we got one so-called white man in there thinking he gonna run the country.
Bring it out.
Somebody got to kill him.
That's right.
See, we gotta get this so-called white man stuff out of our head, man. Yeah, some of our enemies, but not all of them. Just like a lot of these so-called people that got fringes, there are a lot of them our enemies. Why? What did we do to them?
Bring it out.
What make a brother or sister not even answer your phone call when you ain't never done nothing to them?
Bring it out!
Sick people, man. Read up.
Inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared.
What time was Yahweh Shai gonna appear, man? Read.
And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child.
Go search for that star, man. Read.
And when ye have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him
Let
also.
me tell you something, man. That's your brother Esau, man. Got an evil eye, man. You thinking they ain't watching us? They right on the two watching right now.
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
You ever notice? I monitor everything. I see how, man, we all the comments and people come now. You don't see them no more. What happened? The marketing campaign. We drop videos. You thinking they not sit behind controlling things? See, they control everything. See, a lot of you don't even know they know who you are. Your social security number has been put in a database, man, for who you are. That's why some of you understand your generation of people have never achieved anything. They there to hold you back if you don't sacrifice. A lot of your men, you got to become a homosexual. A lot of your women, you got to become a lesbian. That's the ultimate sacrifice.
Bring it out.
To defile that temple. And a lot of people love to defile that temple.
Bring it out.
Because guess what? Pleasure, man. You know, when you think about all the drugs, ecstasy and mollies and stuff, it was just for people to defile their temple. Cocaine, that's all it was for.
Bring it out!
That's right.
Crack. You thinking the crackheads? I see crackheads outside buildings getting it on, man.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Just telling you the truth, man. These drugs are fulfilling the flesh. Some people get high just to get high. Read,
When they had heard the king, they departed. And lo, the star, which they saw in the east,
what they saw in the east, read.
went before them,
Read on.
till it came and stood over where the young child was.
Read on.
When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Man, they understood who they was worshiping, man. The power. Give me Revelation 22:16. See, we get caught up in madness. I'm trying to tell a story about this order. Christ said he didn't bring secrets to us, man. And let me tell you something, the so-called white man is just used as a taskmaster now. Okay, we're gonna take our peoples out the way. Because guess who was the ones oppressing us? It's been our enemies.
That's right.
How is it that the so-called white man couldn't even vote until 1840? That he did all this ships. Was he even on a ship? Yeah, he probably getting transported too. Was he the one ruling over the ship? No. It's the sad part, man. And just like they get that Ezekiel and Genesis, he said, say it was red. Well, give me your precept. Anybody got that precept?
Bring it out!
Who got that second witness?
Bring it out.
Who got that second witness that he had a hairy garment? Where would we get that second witness from? See, I'm here to make you think, man. It's because a lot of you just want to repeat just like the Christianity people.
That's right.
Come as you are. If you confess with your mouth, I'm going to destroy that too. Because this is the thing, everything that Christianity throw my way, I go and examine it. Because I want them to get this help too. Read,
Revelation chapter 22 and verse 16. I, Christ, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the church.
Read on.
I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star.
Christ said he that light, man, that we seek, man. He that light that we seek.
That's right.
See, the so-called enemy has made himself that light. Most people will believe LeBron James before they believe what's coming out this Bible.
Bring it out!
They'll believe a Kendrick Lamar. You see how these other camps are trying to court the man?
Facts. Bring it out.
Give me Job 38 and 7. Let me show you what we are. Read that up.
Job chapter 38 and verse 7. When the morning stars sang together.
Hold on, what are we supposed to be doing?
When the morning stars sang together.
Read on.
And all the sons of God shouted for joy.
We're supposed to be doing this together, man.
Right.
Everybody want to be an individual life, man, because guess what? Order is not for everybody.
That's right.
It's not for everybody, man. Everybody can't take order. But they go to their job and take order.
Bring it out.
They go in that penitentiary and take order. What is a CO? Your correctional officer.
Bring it out.
Give me Revelation 1 and 18, man.
Bring that out.
I know they don't be knowing. CEO. CEO. Read that.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 18.
Real.
I am he that liveth.
Christ said, I am he that liveth. Read.
And was dead.
And was dead. Read.
And behold, I am alive forevermore.
I am alive forevermore. Read.
Amen.
Read on.
And have the keys of hell and of death.
Christ controlled everything. See, everything that was written from the beginning was, in the end, everything's already been written. All we doing is living at our last days.
That's right.
We're not doing nothing else. All we doing is seeing the ones that don't want to follow Christ. It's by their action. You know, a lot of people, they know the Bible, but they don't live the Bible.
Right.
You can't live outside the Bible and want to be a follower of Christ. You got to be inside the Bible to be a true follower, a true worshiper.
Bring it out.
Revelations 9 and 2. That's how you have to be. You can't be a pretender in this truth. Let me tell you something. It starts at home and where you build your foundation. A lot of people don't know this, man. All these people that left, they was at home murmuring. I just tell you the truth. Gossiping about what goes on. That's where it starts at. Men that don't like order, that's where the breakdown, because it starts with us. We have to build. We can't depend on our sisters to do the work that we do. They're not built for it. They got to take care of the children. So when there's order, when people don't like order, guess what? They start bothering them.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing that hard to do. Go stand out in that sun all day and work construction work. That'll show you that it says hard. Read,
Revelation chapter 9 and verse 2. And he opened the bottomless pit.
And he opened. Then you know who this is. Read.
And there arose a smoke out of the pit.
There comes smoke, anger. Read.
As the smoke of a great furnace.
Let me tell you something. That's that false doctrine that you're going to be fed, man. These are the lies that they're going to ingrain in your mama, your daddy, your grandmama for generations of lies. You thinking that the old folks didn't know what was going on? Some of them knew the lies. I bet they was like, man, why they got a picture of George Washington as a so-called white man?
Bring it out.
And she probably told her children, guess what? They forgot because they was having fun. They was at the juke joint getting their twist on, man.
Bring it out. See?
Christmas came. They forgot everything. They forgot, what's the most, how many families have passed down knowledge? It's rare. Family haven't passed down knowledge. If they did, we would have, each and every one of us would still have land, but they say that they program it to where you can't keep it.
Bring it out.
Eminent domains, they can just come take it. That means you don't own it. Don't pay your taxes. All the proud ones. And see where they set you.
Bring it out.
Read,
And the sun and the air.
It say the sun, the power, and what?
And the air.
The church is the word. Read.
Were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit.
Let me tell you something, man. They changed everything. How do you think they changed Christ? They taught us another Christ. We believe in the fairy tale Christ, man. We believe in somebody walking on water, man, and you know, that's what they want, man. They want y'all to accept that. Who taught us this? When did we learn this? Why did our parents challenge this? Nobody has challenged this system, man. They fed us everything. Give me Deuteronomy 29:19. Let's deal with this. Because I know I have to have these witnesses to prove what I'm saying. Because people are like, you don't know. Read that out.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 19.
Read on.
And it come to pass,
It come to pass, read.
when he heareth the words of this curse,
Read on.
that he bless himself in his heart.
See, a lot of people know about these we and the curses, but they continue to keep blessing themselves like they somebody. And like, and these curses are not stuck on you.
Right.
How many people come in here for a year and never accept Christ? 2 years, 6 months, they never truly accept the power. Read,
Saying, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of mine heart.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. Even though you know the scriptures, you still doing the same things you was doing in that world. Some of you ain't put that old man off or that old woman off and put that new man and that new woman on. Because if you understand, if you've been in this truth a while, if you still doing the same thing you was doing before you was in the truth, you're not in the truth.
Bring it out.
That's right.
You're not in the truth. You got to put Christ on. What would Christ do? They have it on wristbands, don't it?
Hey.
Christ's gonna do what's right. He's gonna follow the scriptures. He's gonna follow what the Most High gave him to do. Read up.
To add drunkenness to thirst.
So they're gonna add disorder to Christ.
Bring it out.
That's what happens. The truth become something that they want, but you got to understand. Let Christ flow through you.
That's right.
Read.
The Lord will not spare him.
See, the Lord ain't gonna spare a person that, you know, you got a lot of them, a lot of Israelites that don't want to accept this truth. Some of them in here because they husband, some of them in here because they wife, some of them in here because of their friend. Who in here because of Christ?
Bring it out.
Read.
But then the anger of the Lord and his jealousy shall smoke against that man.
That's that smoke that you're getting right there, man. He's going to destroy you. He raised them back up to come and destroy us, man. Read.
And all the curses that are written in this book shall lie upon them.
They're going to remain upon them, man. These curses are going to remain upon you because you ain't accepting Christ. I bring it out every class. Seek Christ.
That's right.
Some of you don't want to see Christ. See, because it's about the flesh.
Bring it out.
The scripture said the flesh profited nothing.
That's right.
Read.
And the Lord shall blot out his name from under
Let
heaven.
me tell you something, man. You can't be working witchcraft in the truth.
That's right.
You got to be about Christ's business. Give me Revelations 9:3. And I'm telling you, man, this is a spiritual thing. This is not a carnal movement. Everything that this Bible is about is a spiritual thing. It's about being righteous, loving your brothers. Right. Read this.
Revelation chapter 9 and verse 3. And there came out of the smoke locusts.
Hold up. Locusts. What do locusts do? They devour, don't they?
Right.
They devour a crop, won't they?
Bring it out.
These are their ministers. These are the people that they put on acting like they follow and they love Christ and they love their peoples. You thinking LeBron love us? You thinking Nicki Minaj love you?
Bring it out.
You thinking any of these people that are programmed, that are controlled, that are put in their houses, they probably don't even have to pay rent. We're just going to give this to you to live in. We're going to just tell them you making all this money. This here is just to devour, man. They are here to devour your soul. Read.
Upon the earth. And unto them was given power.
See, they got all the power, man. They control everything. The magazines, think about the magazines that you read, the newspaper. Now it's the internet. You thinking they're not controlling what's on there?
Bring it out.
You start a website out, man, nobody wouldn't even know you even have it.
Bring it out.
You got to pay for everything.
Right.
It's just to advertise, man. How you gonna build your business? How many of us know anybody that's got, I won't even say a chicken shack, a computer business here in Dallas and a computer business in Mississippi, or in New York, or a telephone repair business? Nobody. Why? Because the masses control everything. They control everything. It's an illusion. You can go get a franchise, but you're gonna be paying $250,000 a year.
Bring it out.
So how you gonna make money when you already got that much coming out the door, plus your rent, plus your electric, plus all your supplies?
Bring it out.
It's set up to you to never make it, man, and you still have pride on you. Our people still have pride on them, man. Read,
As the scorpions of the earth have power.
just like the scorpion killed on it. The scorpion killed on it.
Right.
And that's what goes on, man. Give me 2 Corinthians, man, 11:14. See, I'm trying to lead you to an understanding, man, that if we don't come together, they already set up their world.
That's right.
Why can't we set up our world?
Bring it out.
Didn't they do it together? Wasn't it peoples over in Great Britain? Was it peoples in Switzerland, France, Ireland, Africa, America, South America? Why can't we do it together, man?
Bring it out.
Why can't we build something?
Bring it out.
Because we not all Israelites. We don't act like Christ.
That's right.
We got to be all like Christ, man. Read up.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 14.
Read on.
And no marvel,
No sign, read.
for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Read on.
Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
Let me tell you something, man. Some of these are Israelites.
Bring it out.
They don't change. They messengers and they gods now. And we follow the same pattern, man. Give me Jeremiah 46:22. We follow the same pattern. We don't want to get like Christ, man. See, to be like Christ, let me tell you something. I tell y'all about fasting. See, when I tell you about fasting, sometimes you got to fast with that stuff that destroys.
Bring it out!
See, a lot of you don't know what fast is. You think it's just not eating food. Some of you got to fast from the things that you think.
That's right.
Because what come out your mouth by stink.
That's right. Facts.
See, a lot of you don't know, I read mail. I'm a great sign language reader. I'm a great word reader. Let me tell you something. You can live the life I live, you better understand words because you can lose your life. So I know what you're speaking when you're speaking it. And that's what a white or a seer do. They understand. Cold languages. When people's not happy, they use cold language. When people's happy, they use Christ.
Bring it out!
Bring it out.
It shows you the difference. Put on Christ. When you get up in the morning, everybody should be putting up a prayer.
That's right.
That's right.
Right.
Now, some of you may think you woke yourself up this morning.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Read,
Jeremiah chapter 46 and verse 22. The voice thereof shall go like a serpent, for they shall march with an army and come against her with axes, as hewers of wood.
They're going to destroy our peoples, man. Read.
They shall cut down her forests,
Read on.
said the Lord, though it cannot be searched, because they are more than the grasshoppers and are innumerable.
Very many, man. None of the things that they're doing, man, are going to be found out, man. You thinking they're going to let us know what they're going to do? Oh, the blue beam. Okay, how did you know this? How did you know about a chip?
Bring it out!
If somebody going to give you a chip, you thinking they're going to tell you?
Bring it out.
Why they ain't setting up chip manufacturers now? Why they not talking about that? See, all these guys in Israel do, man, they just want to be seen a man.
That's right.
Seem like they know something, but they don't know Christ. This whole thing is about getting a relationship with Christ.
That's right.
How many of you been in a relationship for 10 years,
Bring it out.
20 years?
Bring it out.
You don't know what it's like because that's all we used to seeing people. That's that divorce.
That's right.
That's that bouncing from women to women, man to man. Because you don't know what it's like to be righteous.
That's right.
How many women get up and walk out that door?
Bring it out.
For what? Give me Ezekiel 2 and 6. How many? How many of them put on Christ? We got to put on Christ. Read this up.
Ezekiel chapter 2 and verse 6. And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words.
Say something, man. People use words, they don't even understand what words they use, and they ain't even looked it up. Matter of fact, I think I ordered this book, this dictionary. 1664? 1664, I think. See, the word meanings back then are not in the same word meanings of this Bible or this dictionary. See, because they have, just like they changed our identity, they changed word definition too. To fit their narrative, to train people to think that's what it means. It's sad. When I looked up fair, it say not black, not brown. If the word means something, why do you got to tell us what it don't mean?
Bring it out!
I've never seen a dictionary like that.
Bring it out.
And how do it mean white?
Bring it out.
Huh? How do it mean white? A lot of people don't know that was created after 1676. No such thing as a so-called white man. If you tell them Alexander the Great was a so-called black man, that's when they come back into power.
Bring it out.
That's when they truly came into power to start this new world order thing. To start teaching people. That's why they conquered, man. They went out and killed to take kingdoms and to become the peoples of that kingdom. We in a spiritual war, and Israel want to sit back, man, and enjoy life. What you enjoy? Somebody gonna be taken soon.
Bring it out.
Yeah, right.
Somebody gonna lose their job soon.
Bring it out.
What do you got then? If you ain't got family, man, you ain't got nobody.
That's right.
Right.
You know my elders, the parents, you tell them, don't burn your bridges.
That's right.
See, there's a lot of Israelites don't walk out of here and burn their bridges.
That's right.
Facts.
See, now they too ashamed to come back here and say I was at fault.
That's right. Get out.
To be a man, you got to be able to admit fault. Hey man, my bad. Because I'll tell you in a minute, my bad.
Bring it out.
That's being perfect, ain't it?
Right.
Let the person know that you did something that you didn't understand or you didn't mean to. My bad. You think it being perfect is being right all the time, huh?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
That's how people think.
Bring it out.
Teach.
Give me Revelation 22, man.
Bring that out. Teacher.
That's the thing, man. We make mistakes.
That's right. That's right.
But it ain't the mistakes that you have to divide.
Bring it out.
Read that out.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 2.
Read on.
And he laid hold on the dragon.
He laid hold on the dragon. Read.
That old serpent.
That old serpent from the beginning. Read.
Which is the devil.
The deceiver. Read.
And Satan.
The Antichrist. Read.
And bound him 1,000 years.
Took power from a man for 1,000 years, man. Give me Revelations 2 and 12 and 9. He took power from them, man. So they had to reorganize. We don't know what year. I couldn't tell you. Because you got to understand, when you're building a house, it's not when you finish it, is it? See, that's what most people see, the finished product, don't. They don't know when you bought the property.
Bring it out.
They don't know when you went to the city to pay your taxes.
Bring it out.
They don't know when you hired the contractors. They just see the finished product.
Bring it out.
I think that's when it started. Oh, your house was built in 1964. No.
Bring it out.
It was started in 1961. Probably before then, when your mind, when you set yourself out to do something.
Right.
See, this is the thing, they want to give us dates. See, we don't know when this organization, let me tell you something. In some of them books, they don't even say it. Some of this information, you'll never receive. That's how they operate. They make sure we don't know nothing. That's why they fed us these books when we came in the truth. No, we're not dealing with some of that stuff that they fed us. Yeah, we can pick out a little meat off the bone, but a lot of them full of garbage.
That's right.
That's why you got people coming here. The book of Jubilee, golden hand. The
right.
book of Enoch, golden hand. The book of Enoch, all this, man. Settle down. Have you read your Bible?
That's right.
Bring it out.
Have you read your Bible?
Teach.
See, that be the problem. They want to be more than what they are, man.
Teach.
That's how people always talk. You know, if you ever talk to them, they're always talking their game up.
Bring it out.
But their game really down here would probably beneath you.
Bring it out.
People always talk up, they never talk down.
Right.
And a real righteous person gonna talk to you, not above you.
That's right.
That's how real people think, man.
That's right.
Real people think positive. Read that
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9.
Read on.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world.
Hold up. So this letting you know how much power they have. And you got many Israelite camps around here trying to stand up and speak for Christ and won't come and talk and speak with their brothers.
That's right.
Bring it out.
How the hell is all these individual camps gonna do anything for Christ?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Christ need an army, man. He don't need many camps.
Bring it
What
out.
are they, the Navy?
Bring it out.
Huh? This man controls the whole planet. And you never know who he is. See, you always see him. Probably at the basketball game, he's sitting down about the third or fourth row. At the NFL game, he's somewhere in a big box. See, he got people back there serving him drinks. Yeah, you pay your money to go sit in the nosebleed. The real money, the people's enjoying themselves. Got screens all over. Can go down and meet the players.
Right.
Season ticket holders.
Bring it out.
See, you got temporary fun, man. You're in the nosebleed. You snapping pictures about to fall out the stadium.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
We want to play games, man, like we really enjoying ourselves. You're not gonna pay that money to park up front, that VIP. See, a lot of you didn't even know what VIP was till I said it. See, we want to pretend, man. This world ain't for you. They control everything.
Right.
And guess who gonna enjoy it? They are, not you. Read.
He was cast out into the earth.
See, here we had to be brought down. Read.
And his angels were cast out with him.
See, you got to understand, Most High had to take him down for a minute. Just like he took us down. Now he's raising us up out the dirt. Some of you still want to lay in the dust.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
When you're in the dust, man, you don't think right. When you're in the grave, you don't respond right. See, a lot of you still want to be in that grave, man. A lot of you don't want to come to the light. Start walking like Christ. Let me tell you something. You're not going to get no respect in this society, man, where there is no respect.
That's right.
That's right.
Put on Christ, man, every day. I'm not looking for nobody to respect what I do. I don't care what they care. They're not going to pay a bill, is they?
Bring it out.
When it comes to that, how many people that pay a bill for you that you got to be worried about what they think?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
I don't worry about what nobody think, man.
Right.
They don't see what the kind of thing going behind scene, how we monitor, how we communicate. That's one thing we trying to teach y'all to communicate.
Right.
Y'all, a lot of you don't want to communicate. Let me tell you something. Once this man took back over, he made sure. Now you see people all here in their phone.
Thanks.
They can't get out the phone.
Teach.
They married to their phone.
That's right.
They love their phone.
That's right.
Then let me tell you something. How many of them separate from their phone? Phone, I'm not going to deal with you no more for a couple years. I'm going to give me a flip with, just to call in and text. That show you how much love they have for their phone. They won't throw it down, really. I'm just telling you, man, Revelation 23. I'm showing you that this new world order has been set up so long. And they've been trying to destroy it so long. But they know time is coming to an end for it.
Thanks.
The television was one of the greatest inventions that they ever created.
Bring it out.
You get to see white mans on TV, didn't you? They look white in black and white, didn't they? That's how they really drove it in on us.
Bring it out.
They looked at it. Then once they turned the color, you're like, man, they like pale. Let me ask you this. What do pale mean? You know it's a trick question, but I'm not going to tell you. You don't even know it means dark or black, do you? So they fed you so many words, man. Who's in the spelling bee?
Bring it out.
I know I wouldn't. I'd have been out on the first round.
Thanks.
Spell Illuminati,
Thanks.
Exercise, I don't know what you're talking about. See, I wasn't the one in school biting into. I didn't even do the Pledge of Allegiance. This was back in the early 70s. I'm like, what am I pledging for, man? I'm like, man, I didn't even know I was thinking like that. I'm just heading down. Never would do none of the stuff that they would do. That's why they send you to school. That's why they keep records on you in school, so they'll know not to fool with you. You can go try to be a firefighter. They're not going to hire you.
That's right.
I don't care if you pass everything. I'm proof of that. I'm just telling you how they operate. Read that.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 3.
Read on.
And cast him into the bottomless pit.
Hey, they had to take power from him, man. Y'all ever heard I told you the popes lost all their power at one time? See, the Catholic Church was the ruling authority on the planet at one time. What happened when they got cast down? What happened? Islam, Protestants, Puritans, Christianity, Baptists, non-denominational, atheists, all of these come into a fold. But once they raised back up, they took control of all of these denominations. So they all up under one umbrella.
Right.
Read,
And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up.
and shut his mouth, man. Shut their mouth. Shut their doctrines up. Read.
And set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season.
He got a little season, man.
Right.
They got a little time to destroy.
That's right.
Why are you thinking there's been so much turmoil on the planet? Why are you thinking there's so much killing, man? Why are you thinking that you can't go to bed one night without seeing nobody getting their head blown off. Did you see the man that walked up to the man standing in front of the store, man, talking to two other people? Man walk up to him, put a bullet in his head. Are you watching the man that was standing in front of Walmart waiting on his ride, man? Somebody walked behind him and blow his brains out. You know what they hollered? This never happened in my community. We don't know what this is. We're hearing gunshots. Let me tell you something, man. See, the thing is, it's being reversed on them.
That's right.
Right. See, a lot of the judgments are happening to them, man. Give me Isaiah 14 and 12, man. All this is just talking about losing power. All this is just talking about being brought down. This book is starting to become understandable to understand it. Because if you taught English and you understand word definition in English, you're not going to really understand the Bible. Read
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12.
Read on.
How art thou fallen from heaven?
How art thou fallen? How art thou brought down? How art thou lost in that power, man? How? How do kingdoms fall? Read.
Oh, Lucifer.
Oh, Lucifer. Lucifer just means Satan, devil, deceiver. It's not another word, man. It doesn't mean that an angel fell out the sky, which some of the people's in the truth believe.
Bring it out.
That it was some angel had wings, came down to the ground. They make movies about it, don't it?
Bring it out.
This is what all the people think, man, that there was some man that fell out the sky, Lucifer. They really thinking it's an angel named Lucifer, man.
Bring it out.
It's just a title. It's not a man. It's a nation of peoples.
Bring it out.
It's just not one man. Can one man rule a kingdom?
Bring it out.
No. You can't. Can one man go to war? He fight 10,000? No. Y'all watch too many Bruce Lee movies. Bring it in. See, some of y'all be watching all that karate stuff. Gonna go out there and get your wig tore off for free.
That's right.
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
They all they doing is dance rehearsal. I can do that. Ha, 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 ha. Go ahead, man.
Explain something real quick. Before everybody starts screaming and saying, oh, like I told y'all earlier, you motherfuckers enter the rapture. And if ain't nobody flying up to heaven right now, obviously all y'all motherfuckers going to hell. Right with me. So, let's get it. Oh, you already here. I'm so sorry. You can't get out. You're stuck. It's over. You heard the song a million times and you didn't even know. That's up, but I still love you.
I don't get it. I guess that's why I don't go to concerts. Read it again.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer,
Real.
son of the morning?
See, these are the ones ruling and controlling the people, man. They become son of the morning. And a lot of it's just sun worship. Read.
How art thou cut down to the ground?
Man, how did you lose all your power? What happened? How did your kingdom get brought down? How did your kingdom get destroyed? Read.
Which didst weaken the nation?
How would you weaken the nation? You take them out their own homeland, man. You feed them your doctrine. See, you got to do a lot of work, though. Why you thinking they mass moved us around?
Bring it out.
You don't think about that, do you? Then who become you? They become you. Who do you think become why are you thinking the Jewish peoples? Not the ones they calling Jewish peoples today. I'm talking about the ones they was calling Jewish peoples back when Christ was here. Everybody want to be us, man. Nobody want us to be us. When you walk with these fringes on, man, you might not know you're getting pure hatred looked at, man. People's looking at you with pure hatred.
That's right.
Because they know everybody's going to return to their form. You see the so-called white man, he's returning back to his form.
Right.
You see him out there in the corners, man, looking like old bum Billy Bob or somebody, man. You see the women. See, everybody falls back. You can't, see, you've been pretending so long, you're going to fall back to your natural state.
Right.
If you're a killer, you're going to fall back into being a killer. If you Christ-like, you're going to fall back into being Christ-like. Everything is just a circle, man. Everything come back into play. Read,
For thou hast said in thine heart.
That's all I need on that, man. Give me Daniel 6 and 17. Let me show you what a seal is, man. Read that.
Daniel chapter 6 and verse 17. And a stone was brought, and laid upon the mouth of the dead.
Read on.
And the king sealed it with his own signet.
That's what Christ does, man. Everything that has been in this Bible is going to happen because of the power, not because of man. Everything in this Bible is going to happen through Christ. We have to put back on the spirit of Christ, man, because this thing that they have created is to destroy the world. Let me tell you something. If you ain't got the spirit of Christ on, you're going to walk out this door, you're going to be somewhere next week, and you're not going to be thinking like Christ, because guess what? You never put Christ on.
Bring it out!
And what's happened? Somebody going to pull you out the spirit, and I'm going to hear about you somewhere fighting, or somewhere you get a shooting or something.
Right.
So you got to put on the spirit of Christ and understand that people are mentally messed up. And what they're doing is they're out here seeking others just like they got the same spirit they got.
That's right.
So a wise man prolongs his days, not shorten them. Read up.
And with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel.
The seal that Christ put on is nothing is gonna change, man. No matter how much they try to stop this, they can't. No matter how many people drop videos about us and hate on us, they can't stop it.
That's right.
You can't stop what you don't control.
That's right. Yeah.
You got to understand, man, we are under the authorities of the power.
Right.
We believe, and the ones that believe, they're going to have that spirit of love. And I'm going to tell you, the spirit of love got to be on you all day, every day.
That's right.
You can't be Superman to run to a phone booth to put that spirit of love on, man.
Bring it out.
See, that's what they show you as a character. Some of you don't know that you got a character spirit on you.
That's right.
Because you want to put Christ on when you want to put Christ on, but when it comes down to it, what's going to happen? It's going to be too late. So everything in here got to be decency and in order.
That's right.
The nation got to be in decency and in order. And that's Christ. You can't just turn this on and off. Give me Ecclesiastes 3:1. You can't turn this truth on the way that you want to, man. You got to be practiced. Let me tell you something. You practice to be good at what you do, don't you?
Bring it out.
But you don't want to practice to be like Christ. See, you got to, just like you trying to make it to the major leagues, you got to work out every day.
Right.
See, in the truth, you got to work out every day.
Bring it out!
Read this,
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1.
Read on.
To everything there is a season,
See, everything there's a time, man. Read.
and a time to every purpose under the heavens.
See, it's all these things that people don't consider. Read.
A time to be born,
A time to be born, man. The rebirth. Read.
and a time to die.
That's that shame that's going to come with some people's. Read.
A time to plant,
A time for your seed. Read.
and a time to pluck up
And that's going to be to destroy. Read.
that which is planted.
That which was coming into this truth. Read.
A time to kill,
It's the time to kill. Read.
and a time to heal.
Israel, it's that time to heal, man. Read.
A time to break
A
down,
time to break down. Read.
and a time to build up.
And a time to build up. Read.
A time to weep,
A time to weep. Read.
and a time to
Let me
laugh.
tell you something. This all come in this movement, man. Read.
A time to mourn, and a time to
We're
dance.
gonna see death, man. We're gonna be happy at some time, man. All this come with this in this truth, man. This is not just you gonna come in here and everything gonna be 100.
Bring it out.
See, some of you got to work out your own salvation.
That's right.
Some of you got demons on you, man.
Right.
But you'll blame everybody else. And I don't know how you can listen to somebody that ain't in the spirit.
Bring it out!
Bring that out.
People love to listen to gossip. They don't know gossiping is a sin.
That's right.
Read,
A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to keep silence, and a time to speak.
Let me tell you something. You gotta know your place on this planet, man.
That's right.
And this is all setting things back in order. Read.
A time to love,
A time to love. Read.
and a time to hate.
Read on.
A time of war,
Read on.
and a time of peace.
But listen at this. Read.
What profit had he that worketh in that wherein he laboreth? I have seen the travail.
What profit has he that worketh in that wherein he labor? All that you do is gonna be for nothing if you ain't putting on Christ.
Right.
All of it is gonna be for nothing. This here is serious business, and people don't want to take it serious.
Bring it out.
They don't like. What do you do on the Shabbat? This is Christ's day. This is your day to show yourself to be approved. This is your day. Your day is really every day. Even though you laboring, you still have Christ. One thing about laboring, you'll know how to communicate with your people.
That's right.
Right.
One thing with laboring, you'll know how to live with your wife. One thing with laboring, you'll know how to conduct yourself with your friends.
That's right.
Read,
I have seen the travail
See, I've seen trouble. Read.
which God hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it.
See, a lot of them, they enjoy this kingdom, man. But they don't know it's trouble. When you think about dudes out there in that world, was it all positive that year in 1999? Was it all good 2000? Was it all good 3000? Was it all good 4,000? Some of you don't, because you have suppressed some of your things that you don't been through, that you forget about, that some ain't working here.
Bring it out.
Some ain't right here. See, because you suppress your negative thoughts, because you want to hold on to that happy feeling. That's why when it comes to feast day, that's why you see some people so happy.
Bring it out.
Because they used to just celebrating. What do we do with our money? We go spend it. We go to the clubs. We go to the amusement park. We running from this pain.
Right.
We've been running from this pain so long that we don't forgot how to stop and correct it.
Bring it out.
How to change the outcome of our children. We pass it on to them.
That's right. Bring it out.
Because what we're doing, all the pain we in, we running from it. We teaching our children to do the same thing.
Bring it out.
Read,
He had made everything beautiful in his time.
See, everything is beautiful to you, man. But what about the ugly part? What about the part, man, that you dealt with a bad relationship? What about the part that you seen your mama and your daddy in there going at it?
Bring it out.
We forget about these things. And why we ain't correcting these things? Because guess what? Your enemy has set it up for you to forget about it.
That's right.
That's not a big problem, man. All the things you don't see, your people's getting shot down in the streets. The penitentiary got more brothers and sisters in there than they had in slavery.
Bring it out.
We forget about it, don't we? The Trayvon Martin, who forgot about it? The Mike Brown, who forgot about it?
Bring it out.
Because you go right back to that lying lifestyle that you live.
That's right.
You go right back to that lying lifestyle that you live. You forget about it. But what's going to happen? It's going to return even uglier.
That's right.
Read,
Also, he had set the world in thine heart.
See, he don't set the world in thy heart, so you'll believe the lie that you've been told, deceived. But you won't examine nothing, man. We walk around here like, the movies, the zombies, they talking about us.
That's right. Right.
What do the zombies seek? Brains, don't they?
Right.
They seek knowledge.
That's right.
They wanted to know why they like that. But we in a zombie state and we don't care.
Bring it out.
We accept the way that the world lives. Read.
So that no man can find out the work that God maketh from the beginning to the end.
See, that's why they did set up all these things, man. That's why they set up a holiday every month. You go to school, what you have at the end of the year? A fun day, don't you? You're racing in the bean sack. We got to put that in the feast day, man. The bean gang ride. In the wheelbarrow crawl, man.
That's right.
Some of that stuff I miss, man.
Bring it out.
We got to put that stuff back in. They got to get some little events going, man.
That's right.
What they give us? They give us entertainment. They give us stuff for school, track and field. Where we have the different departments. You got people in different things in school. They always distracting us from what we don't really sit down and think about. Right? Seeing your brother shot down, seeing your father get fired from his job. We forget about these things.
Yeah.
Because we thinking everything's beautiful. It looks good, though. Six Flags look good, but who gonna go wait an hour in line to catch a ride?
Bring it out.
And it's over in 30 seconds.
Bring it out.
Read,
I know that there is no good in them.
See, he said none of this stuff that we dealing with is no good in it, man. Read.
But for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life.
How you gonna do good in this life, if you're not following Christ?
Bring it out. Bring that out.
Now, we do something good. We want to go as a group, man. We're going to try to figure out how we're going to do it at a very good discount.
Bring it out.
We're not going to just go let these people set up these things for us and let them just take our money.
That's right.
Why do you think you do? The biggest drug bill in the ghettos is what? The corner stores, the churches. It's not the drug dealers, because the drug dealers, they go to pen. The church is going to be there.
That's right.
The stores are going to be there. So y'all don't know the CVS gonna be there. The biggest drug dealers in your planet or in your neighborhood are not the brothers and sisters. But that's how they make us think. So they make us think of everything negative about you. It's all about you.
That's right.
How can you destroy people if you don't show them that they destroyed in their own head? How that little young child gonna look? Think about being positive when all he knows is negative.
Bring it out.
Bring it
That's
out.
right.
Know how to hold his sisters out? Know how to go to? Why you thinking they go to all these events? Right now they thirsting for some fun. I don't know, man. Revelation 24. I don't think I'm trying to show you, man. It's throughout this thing, them setting, once they come back into power, they even made it greater. You know, you had circuses back in the old days. Ringling, Barnum and Brothers. You had all these things, man, to entertain you, to forget your trials and tribulations. You got school in the morning, what you worry about a test to take. I'm just showing you how you can be so easily distracted from losing a family member. You don't even have time to grieve no more. That's what life, that's the life that they gave us.
Bring it out.
When an old man get old, he don't forgot about all the things that, he don't speak about the things that happened to him. He speak, when you talk to old folk, they talk about, oh yeah, you remember the good old days? They don't talk about the days the police arrested you for nothing.
Bring it out.
Trying to teach the children, man. The only thing we're trying to do is do positive things. Read that,
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Christ.
he said he didn't see no bodies. He said he seen souls, man.
Bring it out.
He seen the Spirit of Christ beheaded for this truth, man. And that beheaded is punishment. Punishment, man. You think about it, we don't know nothing because we don't have no memory back then. And let me tell you something. There's not a lot of books that have our history in it. So when we get to try to speak on these things, we have to speak it in a spiritual way. You have to understand, we all didn't accept the doctrine that the devil was giving us. Some of us stood up. Guess what? You might have been married to a Jezebel. You might have been married to a wicked woman. She in there serving you poison. You thinking they don't know how to get you?
Right.
You thinking they don't hear our conversation? Why do you think you got so many devices, electronic devices in your house?
Bring it out.
The only electronic device we used to have in our house is a TV and a radio. And on one phone, we had one line and couldn't even have a call waiting. If someone was on it for 30 minutes, it's busy for 30 minutes.
That's right.
See, I tell you the truth, man.
Bring that out.
So what happened? They started increasing these devices to continue the distraction. And what would these devices do? They divide families. Brothers in the phone, you looking on Facebook, here comes somebody. Let me tell you something, I delete anybody putting booties and tits on my page.
Bring it out.
You gone, man.
That's right.
I don't need distraction. I delete it quickly.
That's right.
I tell you how to stay in the spirit, man. You have to get rid of these demons.
That's right. Right.
That's what they set up to do, man.
That's right.
Read, Doug.
And for the word of God.
And for what?
And for the word of God.
And for the word of God, because we all didn't bow down, and we all didn't pledge allegiance to these nations. Read.
And which had not worshipped the beast.
See when you worshiping man, all this is people doing is worshiping man.
That's right.
Why are you thinking they go buy jerseys with people's numbers on them, man?
Bring it out.
That's worshiping a person, man. We don't understand how low we have become as a people. You got a lot of people with the Dallas Cowboys stuff on, man. They be Dallas Cowboys out of their mind.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Jerry Jones ain't gonna cut them down. Check, man. Jerry Jones is a shrewd man. He about Jerry, not about the world. You coming into Jerry world. You don't never see him with a jersey on, do he? He don't care shit about the player.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
I'm just telling you the truth, man. Jerry Jones got the best jersey in that suit he wear.
That's right.
I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. We come so distracted, man. They have used every tool to. They don't care nothing about your body. Your body don't mean nothing. It's what's up here. It's your spirit.
This is everything they're trying to distract. And we don't want to fight. Read.
Which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead lived not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
I'm going to stop right there. Let's examine this. Give me that Revelation 1 and 4. Let me tell you something, man. I've been reading this other book now. And I'm kind of seeing some of the stuff, you know, they had watered down this truth so much that a lot of people didn't really speak about keeping the commandments. A lot of them spoke about following Christ. You see it even in the Christianity church. They truly believe that they follow Christ.
That's right.
You can't give them enough money to tell them they're wrong.
Right.
Because in their mind, they truly believe. See, when you've been indoctrinated, you truly believe.
That's right.
You know, you fight. You have to sit up and tell a person, I have my own understanding, you have yours. You just heard these things. Because they truly believe. Because it's been passed down from Genesis DNA, things been passed down. That you're going to truly believe you really following Christ. There's a lot of Israelites thinking they following Christ too, but they don't consider what they come out their mouth. That defiles them. They don't consider that temple is Christ. So when you defile that temple, you're defiling Christ. So what you speak should be Christ. You can't be speaking negative. Christ wasn't a negative person. He was a positive person about building his people.
That's right.
And we the people that got to build the other nations.
Right.
Read that,
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 4.
Read.
John to the 7 churches which are in Asia, grace be unto you, and peace from him which is, and which was, and which is to come, and from the 7 spirits which are before his throne.
Let me tell you something. How many of you have 6? How many of you have 5 of those spirits?
Bring it out.
Some of you got 4. Some of you might have just 1. See, when you don't have all these, you don't walk and talk like Christ. See, a lot of you, let me tell you something, when you triggered, you forget about a couple of them.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Get that in Revelation 5 and 12. See, you forget about them. You forget about you're supposed to be an ambassador for the nations. You're supposed to be a leading man or a leading lady for all peoples. Read that,
Revelation chapter 5 and verse 12.
Real.
Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power,
Real.
and riches,
Real.
and wisdom.
See, when you don't speak, you forget some of these. Read.
And strength.
And strength, that's the understanding. Read.
And honor.
Hey, what happens when you think about what you're doing today? What kind of legacy are you leaving? What kind of legacy are you leaving if you're not truly putting on all these spirits of Christ? Read.
And glory.
And what?
And glory.
Real.
And blessing.
See, some of this you don't understand, man, because you stop thinking. Because guess what? You're not really putting the right food in your body. You can't do it all week long, man. Every now and then you can go and indulge. But who can eat a salad all week?
Bring it out.
See? Who can go without meat?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
See? Sometimes you got to put something in your body, man, that's good for your mind. Back to Revelation 1 and 5. Some of you got to understand, man, it's about cleansing your mind. When you first come in this truth, that's your first thing. Get everything off you that you did in that world. You can't be the same person in that world that you in this truth. You thinking you can be a liar in this truth? One that speaks with a forked tongue in this truth? Some of them really don't lay hold to what you say. Monitor what come out your mouth. Sometimes it's like the scripture says, it's good not to say nothing at all.
That's right. Right.
Read, Doc.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 5.
Read.
And from Christ, who is the faithful witness,
See, Christ is that faithful witness. Read.
and the first begotten of the dead,
See, we understand everything starts with Christ. Read.
and the prince of the kings of the earth,
And the prince of the kings of the earth. Read.
unto whom that loved us,
To whom that loved us. Read.
and washed us from our sins in his own blood.
And he did everything by giving up his life, just like you're supposed to do. You got to understand, man, this is about operating in the spirit. You can't be hot and cold in the truth. Lukewarm. You got to be one way. Let me tell you something. I seen that Ronnie Coleman, man. Biggest dude, lifting weights. Look at him now. Because you got to understand what you do to yourself is you're going to destroy yourself.
Right.
See, if you put on Christ, you're going to look like Ronnie Coleman when you get 89. See, you can't come in this truth being a faker.
Right.
And let me tell you something. This truth is to make you better. It ain't to make you worse. This truth is about building you. It ain't about killing you.
Right.
When people don't want to accept this truth, that's what happens. They become one as dead. Because everything get grievous. Read.
And hath made us kings and priests.
Made us kings and priests. Read.
Unto God and his Father.
Let me tell you something. This ain't putting on no crown, man. Let's get that stuff out your head, man. That's a worldly thought for a man to act like he want a crown on his head.
Bring it out.
That just means glory. Read.
To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Read.
Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Let me tell you something. Are we in the image of Christ? How's every eye going to see Christ?
Bring it out.
They're going to have to see it through us. That's how they're going to see Christ. Read.
And they also, which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
When y'all don't understand that we are the ambassadors here, that's why I keep telling you, man, the job that they have done, you see it in the people's by how they speak, how they react to their brothers and sisters, how people don't know to come and communicate. And if you think in one way in here, man, you should come and communicate. Because you might just be thinking your mind, let me tell you something. Your mind is in control of that body.
That's right.
That your mind keeps you out the truth.
That's right.
Your mind keeps you from loving your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
Your mind is a powerful tool.
That's right.
And the whole thing that they have been operating is to destroy that tool. So you think they got taken out of power, guess what? They still in control of some of the people's mind. They never really lost power. Because some of the people, they pushed what they was pushing.
That's right.
Understand, man, we've been destroyed, man. Give me 2 Ezra 15:46. Let me wait till I get there. I'm missing something, bro. No, let me go back. We just got through with Ecclesiastes. Give me Hebrews 11:24. I'm jumping ahead. That's on me. Let me go back. Hebrews 11:24. Hebrews 11:24. Read that out.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the sons of Pharaoh's daughter.
See, a lot of us still holding on. See, by what? By faith, by Christ. See, some of you still holding on to something that's keeping you from walking like Christ, speaking like Christ, being a brother and sister to your brothers and your sisters. See, we can't be just in our house. We have to be to a nation.
That's right.
See, a nation is a village. In the village, everybody knows everybody.
That's right.
See, if we all go to the village, a lot of people's are going to be exposed.
That's right. That's right.
Because they can't, see, right now, you still can hide your sins. Some of us still living in secrecy.
Bring it out.
See, in that village, you can't live in secrecy. But you have to come here. Or you got to what come out your mouth. Read up.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction.
See, a lot of us, we haven't chose that. Because we thinking some good is going to happen on this planet. Nothing is good going to happen for you.
Right.
We have to choose to suffer affliction as Christ. What are we holding on to here? Read.
With the people of God.
With the what?
With the people of God.
See, we haven't made a commitment to love the people that love God. I know we got family members out there and we love them. And we want them to come. But we have to show them by our action who we love.
That's right. That's right.
Read.
Then to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Let me tell you something. A lot of us, we enjoy that pleasure, man. And that sin is death for a short time. and you've seen the world being destroyed. Give me 2 Thessalonians 2:9. All I'm doing is trying to paint a picture for you to make you think, to make you consider, to make you pick up the phone and call one of your brothers and sisters, to make you start living the life of Christ and stop making this grievous. We make this truth grievous, man, because we don't want to pick up our cross.
That's right.
We got to pick up our cross, man, every day until this thing is over with. Read on that.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Let me tell you something. When you don't know a person and they don't have the right spirit, they don't have that spirit of the Antichrist. We've been programmed, man. We've been indoctrinated. And we thinking that we know something, man, when we truly don't know nothing. Because some of us haven't examined anything.
Right.
Just like Robert E. Lee. You would think he was a Confederate general leader. Someone that, I'm going to tell you something. These so-called white folks love this man because they thinking he was one. But when you find out he was a so-called black man. Jefferson Davis, a so-called black man.
Bring it out.
I'm sitting on trying to get them out, man, but it's a lot of it, man. It's a lot of sitting and going through a lot of website addresses. And let me tell you something. If you're so programmed that you don't even know what to type in your computer.
Bring it out!
Why do you think when you type something, Google pull it up for you? When you type something that Google don't know, it's confused. Google go, the people's in the center sitting back, hey man, somebody here knows something. Because what you're supposed to type in there is what's not supposed to pop up.
Right.
See, a lot of you don't think, man. Everything is prepared. Like on your phone, you be typing in something that'll spell the word for you.
Right.
It's really dumbing us down.
Right.
Read,
with all power and signs and lying
let me
wonders.
tell you something. Trickery and deceit is a hell of a job.
That's right.
When you're in a marriage, a person can do the same thing to you. Deceive you. Make you think that way that they thinking is right. But when you're around a bunch of people, it get exposed. Because if that's why you see a lot of them, they lead the truth. See, their true character will come out who they truly is. That's why they back out. Because they never truly believe.
That's right.
They never truly put on Christ.
That's right.
This thing you have to do today, man, and brothers and sisters, y'all can put Christ on.
Bring it out!
And when you put Christ on, man, you're going to be happy to see your brothers and sisters.
That's right. Right.
I know P, he about to snatch brothers' arms out. We're going to have to put him on counseling about that, man. He be so happy to see him.
That's right.
Brothers better get in the gym, man.
That's right. Bring that out.
Real love, man. Real love.
That's right.
Happy to see your brothers and sisters. When you put that spirit on, man, don't take it off. Don't take that garment off.
Bring it out!
Keep it on.
That's right.
Then you'll understand how some of us are. See, a lot of you don't know because you're just coming in. Because you're like, oh man, you think they too good or something. No. We don't think we're too good to go out there and be in that heat.
Bring it out!
That's right.
Waking up on Sundays at 5, going to the land.
That's right.
And some of you get your baggies on the shabak and the eggs and stuff. You don't even consider what goes on.
That's right. Yeah. Bring it out.
Do you say a prayer for us?
Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Read her.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish.
See, a lot of people don't understand why these people are dying. Because there's nothing righteous in them. Read.
Because they receive not the love of the truth.
See, that day, man, this truth is all about love, but it's bitter. It's bitter to some people, man, to be corrected, to be put on the right path. I see little Rule 1, man, you know, it's get grievous to him to be told something. He used to just sprint all, he be on the land, he can go. See, when he come in the city, it's a little bit more control. Rule 2 waiting on, I see his in his eyes. He like, man, I'm getting out to church soon. You know what's going to happen. Double trouble, man.
Bring it out. Bring that out.
So I just got here saying, no rule dropping them around here, man.
That's right.
Plenty pappies around here. They know they get that video from me when they have read her.
That they might be saved.
See, that they might be saved. Read.
For And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion.
See, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something. That phone is a strong delusion, man.
That's right.
That television is a strong delusion.
That's right.
Some of your parents and your friends are strong delusions.
That's right.
That's why it used to be in the world, it's always the single woman trying to tell a married woman how to be in her house.
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
Or a single man trying to tell a married man how to be in his house.
Bring it out.
Read,
That they should believe a lie.
See, that's the whole thing, man, that they might be remaining in them lies that they've been told. They've been taught, man. And let me tell you something. It ain't that hard to pick up the phone. The hardest thing is to do is to call your brother. But the easiest thing is to do to call your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
It's not that hard to show love. Sometimes I can see a person, I see their comments on Facebook. I message them. Everything good. You know, if you need us, we're here. See, some of you don't look for those signs. Some of us out there, man, we're dealing with a lot. Just think about it. What if they can receive 30 emails?
Bring it out.
That'll make them stand up. I know people's love me. That's the Spirit of Christ.
That's right.
That's what I'm trying to get y'all all on the same table so we can do all the same thing. Because once we take the kingdom, we got to be all in the same one spirit.
That's right.
Read,
That they all might be damned who believe not the truth.
People don't want to believe the truth, man. Let me tell you something. You done been sucked in so long, man, that you're thinking part of what you do is okay. You done been sucked in so long, you're thinking some of the ways you had in the world is okay to bring in this truth. I try to deal with myself, man. You know, I shut down. You know, I be dealing with a lot, especially this sinus. I told you as soon as I start eating this right food, it's starting to go away. My nose still sound like it's stuffed up. It ain't gonna just go away until you continue putting in the right things. You got to continue eating the right things. You got to continue living the right way.
Right.
You can't stop next Thursday and go and just defile yourself.
That's right.
Read,
But had pleasure in unrighteousness.
See, a lot of people, they have pleasure in those conversations. They have a lot of pleasure in their thoughts. See, they don't consider their thoughts. They don't understand that's pleasure for them. Because you operated like that in the world, now you're doing it in the truth.
Bring it out.
How many of y'all gonna change? How many of y'all want to change? How many of y'all still want to believe them phone calls that you get?
Bring it out.
Where they at? What camp they leading? Where they at on the Shabbat? Where was they at on the feast days?
Bring it out.
Some of the feast days are becoming unimportant to y'all.
Bring it out.
And you ask me how I've been doing the 10, man, because I put on Christ. So it's easy to enjoy these things. It's easy to stay and help your brothers and sisters. Some of y'all getting on you because you like Arbor Rd. What about the finishing the work?
Bring it out.
We got to do it as a nation.
That's right.
Right.
We got to do it as a people. That's when you know you put on Christ, man. Brothers be telling me, go on, get out of here, man. I'll be like, no. Don't come to camp. I'll be like, I'm coming. Because I know his brothers ain't going to stand up. You know, I'm an old lion. They're these young lions. See, they be ready to tear down. See, I'm gonna take my time, man.
Bring that out.
I might get a couple in, man. But you see us out there, man, because you're starting to see we got that love.
That's right.
That's right.
When we see our people, you see how people try to come up now? See, back in the day, it was a party when y'all would love them videos, like. Now we trying to reach our people out, man. He lost it.
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
I'm still the same, but you have to evolve.
That's right.
Right.
We all working on our car. It need to be tuned up, man. A couple spark plugs got to replace it.
That's right.
Some things in your mind you got to replace it with something positive.
That's right.
Right. Right.
That's the only thing I'm trying to show y'all, man. That's the only thing. Give me that 2nd Ezra 15:46. The whole thing that I'm trying to show you, man, is how they have programmed us to do what they want us to do. It's like a button. You can be watching a television show, something, you be like, man, I remember when such and such did this to me. But when you got that spiritual eye like Christ, you enjoy it, become entertainment to you because you know what's happening. See, I told the brother about spells. Some of y'all gonna go home and watch this movie, Spells. Hey, man, they're putting spells. The lady put the goat eyes on the dude. Dude looked up and seen somebody up on the building, man. I be finding them good movies, don't I, man? Be bugging me out too. I be like, I don't want to watch the end. I'm the kind of movie my wife loves. She'll stay up movies. See, I like watching some killing, man. She don't go to sleep on that. See, I'm telling you what I like, man. I like action, man. Action going on in the movie, man. That other stuff. So I have to find movies we can watch. It's a sacrifice. But I be want to find me some killing, jumping through the windows with the gun and stuff. I like boy movies. I'm a child, but man movies. Somebody coming in there taking, hey, dude told him don't worry about it. He came there, put all the whooping on him, didn't he? See, I like those kind of movies, man. I don't get into that Bruce Lee stuff, man, because the Bruce Lee will get you whooped. You thinking you're going to be fighting 15 people and they can all just be running one at a time and you're going to be putting whooping on them?
Bring it out.
Some of y'all better wake up, man. Man, I tell y'all to say everybody step back and let me get Bruce Lee. You're going to get a couple of good licks in on me, but when I get hold to his ass, man. Read,
Second Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 46. And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
So let me tell you something. Where was we at? We was in the Asia Minor, weren't we? See, you got to understand where we are, man. We believe in the system of Babylon. Read.
And art the glory of her person.
And the glory of her person. Who was this? Who was this? Who was controlling? Read.
Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
Let me tell you something. How many of y'all don't believe that y'all just like this system that y'all live in?
Bring it out!
See, a lot of you don't believe that you still got the same system on, man. You ain't got Christ on.
That's right.
Because when you put Christ on, nothing bothers you. Nothing bothers you.
That's right.
You walk through life, I be all in the airport, nobody by, they cutting in line, baby. Don't worry about it, let them go. See, somebody up there gonna split their wig. They gonna run into the same spirit soon, man. Ain't no use to going to war with these people. They destroyed up here, man. Ain't no use to having road rage with them. They gonna cut you off when you leave here. That's what they do.
Right.
Don't be the one, because if your spirit is greater than their spirit, you're not gonna get drawn into that lifestyle. Read,
and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom.
See, let me tell you something. What happened to the children? We teach them the same thing. So when you're doing something, guess what? You're teaching somebody else to be just like you.
Bring it out!
You're teaching somebody else to follow you. And let me tell you something. We got all these little children coming in now. We got to have righteous peoples around.
That's right. Right.
You can't take them around the peoples your family out there in the world. They're going to be telling them things they should know. So you got to understand how important real family is. Read,
that they might please and glory in thy lovers.
See, let me tell you something. The lifestyle that you used to live, that's the lifestyle that they gonna want. You got to show people by your actions now. Read.
Which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works and intentions. Therefore, said God.
Let me tell you something. You thinking this place wasn't set up to destroy us? Some new world orders, they don't care about these other nations. They want us. We are the most important peoples on the planet.
That's right.
But we don't think of ourselves as that. We got a list over here that most of you people don't even go over there and respond to. See, I know that when you start being in the spirit, you'll start seeing that list start to ring up. You'll start seeing that people are starting to go and deal with their people. See, you've been so long controlled that you just think Walmart is the business.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Everything about Walmart got poison in it. From your toothpaste to your deodorant to your soap.
That's right.
What we're trying to do is to get them GMOs off you. We're trying to get you to understand everything they invented, man. They invented to destroy you. They didn't invent it for your pleasure and joy. You thinking that television, that curved TV that most people want, that 70-inch TV, it was invented for to destroy you. Read,
I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death.
See, all the things that they do is all set up because of the Most High giving them the power to do it.
That's right.
Why are you thinking the divorce rate is so high? Single black men's going to the pen. I'm gonna tell you something. Some of these people ain't thinking. I just seen a little sister in the cab in an Uber, man. He didn't want to do something. She bit him on the arm. I'm just telling you, they're going nuts. I just seen right here in Arlington, Texas, the man come to get back his loaner car. They killed him. It wasn't yours. You can't even go get tags for it. So see, I'm gonna tell you something. People ain't thinking out here, man.
Bring it out.
They so gone, man. Let me tell you something. Through the father that has been destroyed, and the mother, the seed that they passed on is a weaker seed.
Right.
See, they're not gonna be able to think for themselves.
Bring it out.
Everything on television controls their mind now.
That's right.
See, that TV is just like that little black serpent that be going around. It controls your thoughts. It controls your actions. But we're trying to tell y'all, put on Christ, put that garment on. Read up.
And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower.
Let me tell you something. That pride is gonna kill you, man.
That's right.
Pride is gonna destroy you.
That's right.
Because you got a 70-inch TV and somebody don't. They make them easy to finance. You can get it on credit. Everything they make it easy for you to get. You can go get a new car, but you can't go buy a new house.
Bring it out.
How ironic is that? You can go buy a house, but can't afford to go get no land.
Bring it out.
They make it to where you can't. See, they control. You got to understand that what little they give you is to destroy you. Read up.
When the heat shall arise that is sent over thee.
See, that destruction, man, is coming. Because if you ain't got on Christ, it's going to get you. It's going to get your wife, your husband, your children. You got to put on Christ. And you got to think like Christ. 6 days thou shalt work, you should be thinking like Christ.
That's right.
And the day of the seventh is a day of rest. So you got to understand what the scriptures are saying.
That's right.
So you just thinking it's talking about work and laboring. You got to put Christ on, man.
That's right.
Right.
Read.
Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with strife.
Now, how you thinking they weaken your mind? How you thinking they weaken your mind? To hate people that you around every day and to not and love people that you don't see.
Bring it out.
How does a wife hate her husband when he's there with her every day?
That's right.
How does somebody hate the people that's sitting at the table when they do nothing to you? That's because you're spiritually weak. Read.
And as one chastened with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. When I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, said the Lord, if thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance.
Let me tell you something. That beauty is your vision, honey. Let me tell you something. You can see it in the face. See, you can tell when I can tell when you're going through something, man. I tap you on the shoulder. Everything good. See, cause I know sometimes y'all scared to come talk to us up here. We're the people that you need to be speaking with.
That's right.
And it's all for love. It's all love, man. Read on, Locke.
The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom.
See, let me tell you something. What's happening in your whatever you thinking is going to be in your mind. See, it stays in your mind. Some of you got to fast.
That's right.
Some of you got to fast. You can't get rid of that thing that's holding you back from the king. Christ said, cut it off. If it's the eye, pluck it out. If it's making you think that way, he said, get rid of it.
That's right.
Whatever's holding you back, get rid of it.
That's right.
Read.
Therefore shalt thou receive recompense.
Say, what are they going to receive?
Thou shalt receive
Let me
recompense.
tell you something, man. Do unto others as you want done unto you.
That's right.
Read.
Like as thou hast done unto my
Let
chosen,
me tell you something. When you do it to the chosen, there's a problem. Read.
saith the Lord. Even so shall God do unto thee.
Let me tell you something, man. You ain't getting a pass. This ain't high school. You're not getting a pass, man. You treat everybody. I treat everybody in here like Christ. That's how you're supposed to treat your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
That's right.
You're not supposed to treat them no other way.
That's right.
Listen, you're not a part of the fold. Read.
and shall deliver thee into mischief.
Then when you find destruction, stuff ain't working for you, now you wonder what the problem is. See, now you don't understand why you're going through what you're going through. Because you come in this truth, you got to put Christ on. You can't be playing with it, man. You come in this truth, you got to build your house on a foundation.
Right.
You can't build it on gossip. You can't build it on lies. You come in this truth, I'm showing you this new world order is it's nothing, man.
Right.
Just words.
Bring it out.
This programming has been set in place for generations.
That's right.
They here to destroy us so we can destroy our children. They don't even have to come to our community or knock on your door. You're going to do it because you destroy it.
Bring it out.
How many parents destroying their children today?
Bring it out.
Some of us, we can't even take our children over to parents' house because they got pork in the refrigerator.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
They want to tell the children about Christmas and stuff. I'm just telling you the truth. Some of you got to let go of what's holding you back until you can put on the whole armor of Christ. Then you can go back around them. That's when the glove be working.
Right.
See, the glove be working, you don't be knowing it be working. You tell them scripture, pow, they be like, what you talking about? Get go in the back room where, sister, she can't come over here no more. I'm just telling you the truth. Give me 1 Corinthians 6:1. I'm telling you the truth. And the thing is, when people see us, they have a problem. Because we tell them how it is. Read that up.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1.
This is the scriptures leading us because we've been so programmed, the New World Order. The New World Order is garbage to me, man.
Bring it out.
This thing has been here for generations.
That's right.
I'm just trying to show you how it was set up, why you can't think for yourself. Some of your television do your thinking.
That's right.
They'll put the right commercial on for you, or the right television show. Especially if you're on YouTube, they're going to pop up what you need. You thinking. You think I'm lying? Check Facebook out. Sometimes you can be thinking something there it is.
Teach you.
Read,
Dare any of you, having a matter against another,
real.
go to law before the unjust?
How you gonna go to, we got problems in here, you got a problem. How you gonna go deal with somebody that's wicked?
Bring it out.
Read.
And not before the saints?
You don't want to come up here and deal with the people at the table. Some of you need to call them. Some of you need that phone call, man. Some of you need to check yourself. Read.
Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world?
How are we judging this world? We're correcting the things that's been broken down, torn down, upside down. All we're doing is correcting what's the problem is. That's how we judging. We're correcting it. We're putting it back on the right path. What are we doing? We got a court in here? Do you get traffic tickets, Israelite tickets?
Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring it out.
Do you got a summons that you got to show up? The thing is, you have to come and confess it, and we'll help you through Christ. Read.
Right.
And if the world shall be judged by you,
Hold up, if the world gonna be corrected by you, read.
are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
Okay, we deal with the tiny things, man, the crumbs in the carpet.
Bring it out.
Can we not deal with these things? Why do people just get up and leave and not even answer your phone call?
Bring it out!
That let you know they never put on Christ. They never put their garment on, man.
That's right.
So they too controlled by what's going on here. They've been deceived. They've been bamboozled, tricked. They believe that, you get people coming here, if you don't believe in the ships, they go crazy.
Bring it out!
If you don't believe in the chip, they not dealing with you. There's a chip divide us.
Bring it out.
Shouldn't we sit down and just have a conversation?
Bring it out.
Have we not come to that part where we can't even sit down and just talk to each other like human beings?
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
Teach.
Why do we got to have that mind and that mind and eye? You got to understand, man. I'm telling you the truth. Read.
Know ye not that we shall judge angels?
Who you thinking we judging? Who you thinking we correcting in here? We're correcting the men's and the women's.
Right.
That's all it is. You read this Bible and it's been taught to you like, a grand opera, somebody up here giving you the opera, man, where they just, no, man, it's not that. It's simple. It's simple. This is a way of life.
That's right.
This is the way of life. And the way of life is too hard for people. They used to the way of death. Did you hear me what I said? This is the way of life.
Right.
This is the way of life.
That's right.
Right.
See, you didn't hear that. Because people choose not the way of life, they choose the way of death.
That's
Right.
See, that's the thing, man. When you understand this, I was like, this is just it's getting be too easy. Because guess what? We come in the truth, we were taught the way of death.
That's right.
Read,
How much more things that pertain to this life?
hold on, how much of anything that pertains to Christ? Everything we do should be through Christ. Read.
If then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life,
Read.
set them to judge who are at least esteemed in the church.
Man, who are at least respected in the church? Read.
I speak to your shame.
See, speak to your shame. A lot of you like to deal with people that you shouldn't be dealing with. How do you think men and women get pulled out of here?
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
Because they deal with people that have, there's no respect of person in here, man. You're going to earn that respect every day.
That's right.
See, you can't have that respect 2 or 3 years. You gotta keep working as hard, man. See, to get in the NFL, man, you can't take a year off. Don't just show up to training camp out of shape. Get your papers. You be looking for another job. Or somebody didn't take a year off. See, you got to understand, this is how this work is. You can't become somebody else. See, you became somebody else, guess what? You lost your place. See, in here you got to continue working hard, man.
That's right.
And let me tell you something. Let's put on Christ, loving your brothers and sisters as your neighbors, and on them two, you hang them out, man. Everything else will fall into place.
That's right.
That's all, man. This is not hard. What's hard is when you don't want to follow, because you've been deprogrammed. You've been programmed out there, and you don't want to come in here and be deprogrammed. See, we got to pull that plug out your head like the Matrix, man.
Right.
Pull you out the Matrix. You're going to continue seeing that lady in the red dress. Read,
Is it so that there is not a wise man among you?
Read on.
No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren.
Let me show you something. When you got no wise people, man, they're not going to be able to correct you, bro. How you going to correct somebody in your UNC?
Bring it out.
You got bones in your closet, man.
Bring it out.
This is about us straightening ourselves up. And let me tell you something. Your enemy know all your secrets.
That's right.
If you scamming something, they know, man. You got to get things right, man. You know, this is about being righteous, man. Everything we do is about being righteous.
Right.
And that's why it's so hard for people to come in here and follow Christ. Because some ain't going to be right. They ain't going to like. What do you not like? Tell me what. Look at the building, man. How many places you go look like this? We in an old building and we make it look like royalty, man.
Right.
It show you the work of a man's hand can make magic, man. And that magic is through his work, not through tricks. Take things, man, and make it look marvelous. And what we're doing is showing the power that we're ready for an upgrade, man.
That's right.
Because we'll take what he give us and make it to something else, man. Some people wouldn't even look, it'll be the same red carpet in there. Some of them don't know. Read,
But brother goeth to law with brother, and that before the unbelievers.
So you got to do everything because people don't really truly believe in Christ, man.
Right.
Give me Revelation 18 and 24. See, people don't really truly believe, man, because they still have something that's still holding them back.
That's right.
We can call each other, man. You can call me and tell me you know something. Yoke told me you know something last week. I was like, yeah, I knew it once he said it. Because I know when I hear brothers. I was listening to Bill class more. When you listen to class, man, you know brothers, they study. I listen to the Deeks class, man. You hear brothers when they spit in Christ.
Right.
See, when you're not spitting Christ, I'm not gonna say a word because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder soon. You're gonna get more calls from me soon. I'm trying to keep you in the spirit. Keeping a person in the spirit is one hard job, man. Read,
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 24.
Real.
And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
So you got to understand, man, this is not a one-time event, man. You hear him read Jacob, well, we in Jacob's trouble, man. So what happened in the 70s? Wasn't we in Jacob's trouble? What happened in the 60s? Wasn't we in Jacob's trouble? What happened in the 50s? Wasn't we in Jacob's trouble? What happened in the 1600s? Wasn't we in Jacob's trouble?
Bring it out. Bring that out.
So they don't understand how to bring this word to you. This word, man, some of the things you might be saying, you know, you start hearing the see the precept, you just think it's gonna be explosion like the 4th of July in here. It's not, man.
That's right.
It's about building you.
That's right.
We can't build you with tricks and deceit. We got to build this. This make you think. Some of you go home, you be thinking, man. Some of you watch the class. Some of you should go watch old classes. Some of you should go watch what we was doing when we first started. You'll see how we don't grow. See, we was in diapers, man. Some of us was dragging our diapers on the ground, man. Think about it. See, you can't see that because you're too used to just what you used to, the vision you've been fed. But when you come in the truth, you got a diaper. You know, ask the sisters how it is, man, when you got to do everything for somebody. Route 1 and Route 2 are like kings. They got 24-hour service. You might not think of it, man. That's why you be out. I'm ready to get back to that king status, man. I poop all in the diaper. Somebody got to come clean me up. I tear something up in the house. Somebody got to come get it and take me. It's lovely to be a baby.
Right.
Some of you take this with love, man. Revelation 25. Take this, man, and love it. Read that up.
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished.
These are the dead saints, man. They didn't live, man, in the people that follow Christ. Spiritually, man, we was lost. It was people that had some of the truth. They knew somewhat of the truth. The truth never went away. It just got watered down a little bit. Now that we're back in the truth, we are the true worshipers. We'll set things in order, but what's the problem? Our brothers have a problem with because we don't wear a suit. You know, you got a lot of Israelites that wear suits. I ain't saying nothing wrong with wearing a suit, but at least have your fringes on your suit coat. That's how I would be sporting it. A lot of them don't keep the feast days. A lot of them, they teach, I know one, GOC, they teach planets out there, man. You got Saturn and all this stuff. I don't read about that in the Bible. What I don't read, I don't push.
Right.
And you can come to me with it, and I'm going to tell you, let me marinate on it, bro, because I'm not going to run, I'm not going to tell you right.
Right.
So I don't really push things that I can't prove. Now, when Moses and them come out of Egypt, why wasn't the ships following them? You would think they needed ships. In case Pharaoh, they can send a little beam down and kill Pharaoh. Think about it.
Jeez.
Bring that out.
Bring it out.
Why are they just seeing ships now? This is because what your enemy feeds you.
Right.
They didn't know nothing. And I asked them when did they first discover the ship. They couldn't even tell you. But they all use the same ships that they use on TV.
Bring it out.
Read,
This is the first resurrection.
give me Revelation 6 and 9. Everything is through Christ. And when we put on Christ, the thing is, when we really just decide to put on Christ, then the light will come on.
Bring it out.
Then you'll see your brother as your brother and your sister as your sister.
That's right.
Right.
But when you haven't put Christ on, you can't see it. It's hard. Read that,
Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal,
Read.
I saw under the altar.
Let me tell you something, man. Under these altars, under this Christianity doctrine, under these non-denominations, under these all false churches, there's a lot of people's souls that don't got destroyed.
That's right. That's right.
Read,
The souls of them that were slain.
See, let me tell you something, man. More people get slain going into them churches. Them churches are a battleground, man, because they're there to destroy. They're not there to heal. These churches have been in our communities for years and they ain't built one bank,
Bring it out.
Right.
one grocery store.
Bring it out.
Bought no land, grow their own food. What? Read.
For the word of God and for the testimony which they held.
Read on.
And they cried with a loud voice.
Let me tell you something. We are awakened now, man. We are awakened now. We out there in them corners. You see us all over Facebook, all over YouTube. Read.
Saying,
What?
saying,
Read.
how long, O Lord, holy and true, Doest thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the
Let
earth?
me tell you something, man. A person ain't got to shoot you with a gun to take you down.
Bring it out.
Right.
They can give you a good false doctrine,
That's right.
and you out of there. That false doctrine worse than any bullet that you receive.
That's right.
We've been deceived so long, man, that we believe deception is natural. We've been fed something so long that we believe that it's good. Because did you know people used to grow their own gardens? I know my grandmothers and them, they grew their own gardens.
Right.
The young generation, they don't want to do nothing. So thinking, man, gang, give me 1 Corinthians 15-20. It's all love, man. All thing I'm trying to do is just try to make you think. Why are you like this? Don't worry about no new world order, man. It's all garbage, man. It's been here. It's just words that they use to deceive. Because people like the new world order is coming in. What are they gonna do? They already done set up and destroyed people's.
Thanks.
Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 20. But now is Christ risen from the dead
See, now it's Christ risen from the dead. Read.
and become the first fruits of them that slept.
See, he became that first fruit, man. Who the one sleeping? You are. Christ had to come here, man. That's what he was doing. That's what he was doing, his ministry. He was calling in us that believe. Did all Israelites believe? No. Some of them had problems with what he was doing. You see, Nicodemus, he was smart, though. He went to him by night and asked questions. You know, that's what he do. He applied Matthew 18:15. Think about it. He went to him and asked him. See, some of you don't do that. Because when you don't have that spirit of Christ, guess what? You have spirit of the devil. You gotta keep on Christ, man. John 5:28. I'm just trying to show you one thing, man. This is not, personal, but it's just something that I want you to understand. That, read,
St. John chapter 5 and verse 28.
read.
Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming.
See, the time is coming, man. What are you waiting on? The scriptures give us all the ways of dealing and building with each other. And we don't apply them, guess what? We apply the ways of Satan.
That's right.
Right.
We got to apply the scriptures. That's our garment. That's our covering. Christ. Read.
In the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice.
See, the ones that are dead in the spirit, they gonna hear his voice, man. When we go out to them street corners, we like, you coming to the school? Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be like, okay, we heard that 1,000 times. See, they didn't hear his voice. But we out there planting seeds, man. Let me tell you something. Every seed that we plant ain't gonna yield.
That's right.
Every seed that we go out there and work, it ain't gonna yield. Read,
And shall come forth.
and they gonna what?
And shall come forth.
They gonna believe, man. When you come forth, you truly believe everything in here. You got some people saying it's been tampered with. Okay, well, show me where it's been tampered. It's a sister that was in here talking about the Bible was tampered with. You see a video up to 22,000. Negative. The world loves garbage.
Right.
The world loves sewer. The world loves drama. Why are you thinking in the hoods? I used to come from where I stay at. We go to the hood, and I be like, man, the hood is live, man. I don't want to go home. This is like a 24-hour, it's like New York City. It never rests. You're going to see all kind of beings out late at night walking. Even the rats be partying in the hood. Roaches be throwing parties and stuff.
Get out. Get out.
I don't know if you had a granny, but man, my granny, I told she was a gangster, man. She had rats. I seen her kill 2 at one time. I'm like, man, granny is crazy. I'm just telling you what I seen when I was young, man. Roaches. Now, we ain't deal with roaches too much. You gotta burn the house down sometime with roaches, man. One roach you trying to get rid of, you gotta burn the house down. Don't let nobody come stay with you had roaches. They coming too. If they moving, I'm moving too. I want to see where they going. Look up, they all running through the house. Read,
They that have done good.
They that have done good. Hey, how you do good? How do you do good? You love your brothers and sisters, man. You follow the commandments, man.
That's right.
Right.
You never go outside the book. Read.
unto the resurrection of life.
They gonna have the resurrection of life, man. Read.
And they that have done evil
Read on.
unto the resurrection of damnation.
So they gonna destroy their own self, man. This thing is about following Christ, man. This ain't about magic, Ringling, Barnum, and brothers up in here, man. This thing is simple, man. You got to be taught, and it hurts sometimes. Give me Acts 24:15. It hurts. You know, when you're not living like Christ, let me tell you something. You living like Christ, this is a great class. When you're not living like Christ, it hurts. And the thing is, Christ said, my sheep hear my voice, so if they hear his voice, it's going to make them feel good.
That's right.
See, when you hear the truth, it's sweet. But when you got to keep these commandments and do good, it become better. So keep that sweet. Sweet. You know? I don't know if y'all seen Arbor Rd. They were hollering, sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet came in there and got his chin checked in it. Read, dog.
Acts chapter 24 and verse 15.
Read.
And have hope toward God.
This is the whole thing, man. Not towards man. Your hope got to be towards the power. Read.
Which they themselves also allow.
Read on.
That there shall be a resurrection of the dead, both of the just and unjust.
Let me tell you something, man. The ones that didn't follow Christ are going to wake up too. But they're not going to keep the commandments. But the just are the ones that are going to keep the commandments. Everybody got to understand, everybody going to wake up, man. Everybody going to start knowing. Y'all don't even know how many people, since a lot of people know about the truth.
That's right. Right.
It's like a new dance come in town or a new song. It takes a little while to get too used to. But once it continues to play and over, and we continue to share these videos over and over, we continue to let our light shine over and over, then people start to recognize this is the way. This is the way. 1 Thessalonians 4:16. This is the way. Walk ye in it. You know, some of them want to come in here and get their feet washed. I ain't washing nobody's feet. I'm washing with the scriptures, man. And get out of that nonsense, man. Christianity is a drug. You can get high on Christianity. Read that.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven.
He's going to come down from heaven, read.
With a shout, with the voice of the archangel.
Hold on. He got to put us out here and do this work. Why y'all not doing y'all work, man? 6 days, how many of y'all doing? Who did something this week for Christ?
Bring it out.
Good, man. So you got a lot of hands still not coming up. We all supposed to be doing this work, man.
Right.
How you gonna get your family members to follow? If you're not sharing this stuff, the first thing you should share is these videos.
That's right.
That's right.
Everything comes second. Because guess what? Without us getting out of here, our business ain't gonna grow. Without Christ, it's not gonna grow.
Right.
Share this stuff, man, because one of your family members might be down tomorrow.
That's right.
They might need one of those classes.
That's right.
And that's I'm gonna tell you something. That's how you bring them in. You can't bring them in by trying to deal with them. You see, I had some kinfolk. I thought they were gangsters.
That's right.
No, take a gangster to deal with a gangster. You're at your hey, cuz you know, he's seen the battle about to get started. Jephthahisrael and some of the about to go get the signs out here. PA system, man, camp set up here.
Bring that out.
So I be recognizing things, man. They seen the fire about to start up in here. Bring it down. Read on,
And with the trump of God.
And with the trump of God, read.
And the dead in Christ shall rise
Let me
first.
tell you something. The true believers are the ones that's going to believe, man.
Right.
Right.
Everybody's not going to believe, man. Put on Christ. We can't get to the kingdom where 50% of us believe and 50% of us don't.
That's right.
No matter how many people got fringes on, they not all going to believe in Christ.
Right.
And the people that you see in the lands now, man, they're not the original peoples. None of these lands. Because everybody has been, their borders have been changed. Your enemy have done all these things. So you don't know how to trace your lineage.
That's right.
Think about it. A real Japanese that stay in America, a so-called dark-skinned one, don't even know that's his homeland. In that area. See, Saudi Arabia used to be the land of Shem. That's why Moses went to his down there to where he went. What was the name of that city? Somebody help me out. Wait, where was Jethro at? Midian, that's it. So understand, like they thinking we was all in Egypt. See, you got to understand, man, what the TV and people program you into thinking. If we was all in Egypt, they could have just wiped us out. We're not all in America. We're not all in Mexico. We scattered.
That's right.
Into the four, what? Corners. Not corners. Quarters. Understand? Let's go back. I'm finna show it to you. Matter of fact, give me John 4:23. And our thing in here is to give all honor to the Father and the Son.
Right.
It's not in here for you to get honor. This is not about honor, man. That Christ came down. He didn't choose no reputation for himself.
That's right.
He didn't call him, hey, holler, Yahweh, what? Yahweh, Yahweh.
Bring that up.
I'm just telling you, man, read that.
St. John, chapter 4 and verse 23.
Read.
But the hour cometh,
See, the time will come, read.
and now is,
And now it is, read.
when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit.
See, you got to understand, you've got to follow this word by word. That's the only way you're going to worship him in spirit. You can't just close half this book off, what Christianity do. And some camps now are speaking against the Bible. And that's why you see them out there with hats and stuff on, man. Nowhere in the scriptures we should be out there with baseball hats on.
Right.
Looking like the average thug. Read,
And in truth,
read.
for the Father seeketh such to worship him.
The whole thing that we do, man, Christ didn't speak to us in secret. There's nothing that Christ hid from us. He spoke to us in truth.
Right.
Give me Revelations 20:6. See, the thing is, we've been bamboozled and hitting the head with hammers so long that we can't even see each other and love each other.
Bring it out.
Why are you thinking those 2 commandments was in Matthew's, man?
Bring it out.
Why do you think he said on these 2, hang them up? Why? What's so important? What's the most important thing for us as a nation? Us coming together.
Right.
What's the hardest thing for us to do? To come together. Read,
Revelation chapter 20 and verse 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection.
Read on.
On such the second death hath no power.
See, sin have no power. Read.
But they shall be priests of God and of Christ.
Read on.
And shall reign with him 1,000 years.
We was with Christ, man. We always been with Christ. He said he knows us from the womb. Read.
And when the 1,000 years are expired,
See, when the time was expired, read.
Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Satan is going to be loose out of his prison. And a lot of people think, man, he's not in a jail, man. A lot of times when people lose power, their doctrines start to fade away. What they do is they reformat it. They reorganize it. They restructure it to make it even more powerful. A lot of times when they fall down, they ain't just lost power. Some of them just sitting, they might have been still in the rulership places. But the peoples are not truly believing in them anymore. So you have to go in and rethink what you're going to do. Think about it. You had the 1500s, right? They was coming over here to America. You had the 1600s. They started implementing the system over here. You had the 1700s. They started really formulating the system that they wanted to set up. The 1800s, they started implementing programs that they wanted to put on us. The 1900s, they started making sure that they had schools and stuff set up. The churches, they had all these things set up. So this has been a system that they've been setting up, and they've been reorganizing and restructuring it to continue, because we wouldn't believe the same things that our parents believed. So they give us more information. They give us more distraction. This is how he was set loose again. And basically saying that if you say that 1,000 years, so if he went down in, say, 46 AD, he should have been back in power in 1000 AD. But it's not just 1,000 years. It's just giving you a reference to how long that the people were not going to be deceived by this person. Because people start not believing. Look at us. Are we not believing his system anymore?
Bring it out.
Are we not truly buying into his lies anymore? Read on up.
And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
In the four quarters of the earth. Read.
Gog and Magog.
God, and God is of Magog. This ain't a Gog and Magog, it's just Magog. Read.
To gather them together to battle.
See, all of these other countries, these nations, they're set up to destroy us. This is what this war is. This is a spiritual war. Right. As long as you go to China, what they push? They got Christianity too. You go to Japan, the same thing. You go to Africa, I think it's worse than Africa, man. They be pulling all kind of tricks on them. You go anywhere, man, it's the same system set up. It might be in a different language, but it's the same program. There's nothing different here in the four quarters. Read.
The number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
They know everything that they're doing is to destroy us. This thing is not about anything else but to destroy and hold the Israelites. You can go to Japan, you still gonna be treated as a third-class citizen.
Right.
No matter where you go to Africa, they're gonna treat you the same.
Right.
No matter where you go, man, you're gonna always be treated the same.
Right.
Because they control this place. Give me Isaiah 47:6. And let me tell you something. Don't think that people's got to just murder people, man. Once they control your mind, you out of there.
That's right.
Once they control the parents' mind, the children are going to follow the parents.
Right.
Because guess what? They get these little sprinklings of happiness and they run with it. Read this out.
Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 6.
Read on.
I was wroth with my people.
See, Christ said, I was wroth with my people. I was angry with them. Read.
I have polluted mine inheritance.
See, you got to understand, Christ used them to do this to us. Because we don't like to listen. And then guess what? Because you still don't like to listen, you're going to continue to be polluted. Read.
And given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy.
No mercy, man. No mercy. They would kill us if we didn't bow down to the system. They'll fire a man out. Let me tell you something. You go to work, you got your friends or something, man. Somebody that know who you are, they try to get rid of you. Why? What did you do? What did you do? Because you put on Christ, now they hate you. Read.
Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Y'all got to understand, man, this just ain't started. This is Jacob trouble, man. Jacob trouble's been started, man. Read.
Right. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady.
He say, I'm going to be a lady. Read.
Forever.
Read on.
So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it.
They didn't really, this doctrine they didn't pass down to the end of. Because they didn't tell everybody, hey, these people are going to wake up one day. You're not going to be able to deceive them anymore. They're not going to believe in Christmas anymore. They're not going to eat your lies anymore.
That's right.
See, you got to understand, man, they didn't think about the latter end, and we had the latter end.
Right. Right.
Read.
Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure.
See, this is what we love, man. We love that pleasure, man. We love that pleasure, man. We love pleasure, don't we, as a people? Read.
That dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am.
They saying that, why are you thinking they got all these denominations? Let me tell you something. Some of the people got their television in their house. Because first thing they get up in the morning do, bloop. Why are you thinking you used to see the older generation, pastors on their holiday, they buying prayer cloths, holy water? Well, why did they get the water? Run it in a bathroom, sink somewhere, and send it to people.
Bring it out.
You think about this, man. You're not really understanding the method that they have done. Who destroyed the marriages in the house?
Bring it out.
The churches helped. The churches was a part of this programming too, man.
That's right.
They didn't teach nothing out the Bible when they read. Their pastors supposed to read the Bible. That's why you see the dumbing down so much. People just think, I can confess. What are you confessing? See, come as you are. What scripture is that? See, they believe anything now, man. A pastor can have lesbian and a homosexual son, and he's still a pastor. He's supposed to be pulled out of there.
Right.
Read,
and none else beside me.
I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
Read on,
But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day.
One day is like 1,000 years, but read.
The loss of children.
The what?
The loss of
Why
children.
are you seeing so many people dying, man? Because his children are the people that believe in his system. Read.
And widowhood.
And what?
And widowhood.
Why are you thinking that the thing that you see around here, our sisters can't sit down and brothers can't get it right? Read.
They shall come upon thee in their perfection.
Read on.
For the multitude of thy sorceries.
This is what this whole thing is about, man.
Right.
Sorcery, deceit, witchcraft.
Right.
This whole thing is about destroying the mind. This ain't about nothing else, man. They want to control your thoughts.
That's right. That's right.
Bring it out.
That's what this new world order was all about, man. Read.
And for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
And enchantment, man, let me tell you something. Why people love to feel good inside, don't it? They love the liquor store, they love parties, they love feast days, they love anything, man, that's not Christ.
That's right.
Read.
For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness.
Let me tell you something, man. They believe in the system that they program us. Read.
Thou hast said, none seeth me.
They acting like, hey, man, this ain't a problem. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Read.
Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee.
Read on.
And thou hast said in thine heart, I am.
Hey, man, they're the people that you believe in, man. They're your gods.
Right.
See, you have to understand, people go to, some of these people's in the truth got pastors, got elders as their gods, man. I don't want to be your God. That is a hard job to do, man. I'm sick. Oh, you healed. Well, I'm not healed. I'm still sick. Well, buzz away. I'm just telling you. Being in a position of what we do up here, it comes with pressure. And a pressure will bust a pipe, man.
Right. Right.
But if you got on Christ, you ain't got to worry about that.
Right.
Things just come naturally. See, the people that trust in this wickedness, man, they still, let me tell you something, man, your whole lifestyle was indulged into being somebody destroyed because it deals with your mind. You get the cartoons for the children. You get pre-K for them. They learn English. They learn the ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. It's a programming system. Read.
And none else beside me.
Ain't nobody else gonna control them but me. Read.
Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth.
Hold up. You see them in these neighborhoods? We never had this kind of thing happen in our neighborhood. I just can't believe that they're over here killing people. You seeing people commit suicide? I seen a man shoot his mother and his 18-year-old daughter. I'm telling you, man, what's going on. What possessed a man to take his own? You see, because mama probably was in there running, doing things she shouldn't be doing because that demon be on him. And guess what was on her son? The same demon she taught him. The same person she made him. All it did was come back and bite her. That's all it is. You teach your children, they'll come back. You seen a lot of these. Lady told son to get a job. He killed him. I'm just telling you, man. Whatever you plant, you're gonna soon eat it.
Right.
And it's gonna destroy you. Read.
And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off.
See, they not all these things that they put on us. It's starting to be, the curse is starting to be reversed. As many as y'all start to believe, man, as many as y'all putting on Christ and believing in this, man, put on Christ, man. It's not a hard thing to do. It's just believing. Read.
And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly.
You seeing these cities, man. You seeing the building close down. I just seen somebody talking about Audi's closing down. The people said they're not making money. I went into Walmart yesterday. I could have just went through that naked. There was nobody hardly in there. I really enjoyed myself. You can go to the line without sitting in line in Walmart. Nobody in there. Because, let me tell you something. Targets had a 52% drop in profits. Did you hear me? 52%. Who do people shop at Targets? People's with money.
Bring it out.
We're not in Targets. Think about it. The restaurants, these things are starting to follow the system. Just like we seen a fish. The brother squares the fish and the water came out. You don't know what you're eating, man. And some of you in there cooking in the time, man, that's good. I'm gonna sell you a rubber. I'm gonna sell you some rubber too. Understand, man, all these things, we started to find out everything. You know, a lot of you love that Chinese food, man. It's what you call it, orange chicken. That orange rat used to be pretty good, didn't it?
Bring it out.
Read,
which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantment.
See, all this enchantment, these tricks, these deceptions that they have pulled on us, read.
And with the multitude of thy sorceries,
Read on.
wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
See, they done been laboring from their youth since they come into power, man. They've been itching to deceive us so long, man, that you see the outcome. You see that most people don't even know who in these neighborhoods, man. Why? Why? I go back to the lines then. How many of them lines are killing each other? How many of them, those hyenas are killing each other?
Teach.
You got different nationalities in these communities, man. See, we all dark-skinned, but one thing that they did was start teaching us we Mexicans, we African Americans, you know. But Africans, they don't call themselves African. They'll tell you, I'm from Kenya. So they call themselves a landmass. They don't call themselves a nationality. The deception is deep, man, real deep. Read.
If so, be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsel.
Real.
Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly
Let me
prognosticators.
tell you something. What they give us? They give us Leos, Scorpions. We believe in these things, man. I'm a Leo. I'm a Virgo. They gave us everything, man. Y'all don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes.
That's right.
They told us birthdays. They told us to do cut, man. You got it now. They just study, add stuff in.
Right.
I'm waiting on National Roast Day, though, so you know it's coming. Read,
Stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Everything that they did is now has been reversed to them. You got a lot of people, man, that you have that they have hired to be their taskmasters. See, you don't understand they had taskmasters that they hired here. You go to your job, you got taskmasters. You got the police department, they are taskmasters. You got a judge, he's a taskmaster. So it's a system to controlling and programming us. Why are you thinking they want your name when they stop you for when you're on the streets? You got an ID? See, you don't give them your ID. See, me, I'm going to tell them, have I committed a crime? Right. You know, can you articulate a crime that I committed? You're not getting no ID for me. Jeez. And you don't have to walk around with IDs. The only time you need that is when you drive in your car. You really don't need it in there if you can articulate your license number. See, I know mine by heart. Right. Read,
Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them.
See, this whole system he set up, don't you see it's imploding on him? Right. Don't you see it's falling right on him now? Because guess what? The people that was in the upper class, they starting to fall down to the lower class. Yeah. So it's just going to keep falling. The rain just going to keep falling down, man, because guess what? They can't afford their houses no more. They can't afford their cars no more. The jobs are not hiring that they used. You used to can go out and get a job anywhere. Now you can't. If you get a job, most of them are going to be back-breaking jobs. Separate you from your family. They're not hiring like they used to hire. The companies are not here. So you have to start creating your own world and stop depending on somebody that's world that's imploding. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall right in the trap too. Read.
They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
Real.
Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored.
See, everything they created is going to destroy them. Right. Because people are getting sick and tired, man. You see people running into these stores, the Louis Vuitton stores, snatching everything, man. These children are hungry. And guess what happens? Now it's the children's they're going to have to start putting down. These children have no life. They can't afford nothing. But they've been indoctrinated into lies, and they want to live that lie. What happens? You turn on the people that lied to you. Read,
Even thy merchants from thy youth, they shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee.
Let me tell you something. Everybody gonna have to eventually go back to where they come from.
Right.
We wasn't programmed to live amongst each other.
Right.
That's the worst thought that you thinking. Who gave you that? Martin Luther King. Telling me he seen little black boys and little black girls and white girls holding hands. That is not the way of life, man. We can get along with anybody, man, but we need to get along with our own.
That's right.
We need our own community. We need our own land. We need our own way of life. And it starts with Christ.
Right.
Without Christ, we just like everybody else out there. With Christ, we are separate.
That's right. Right.
And these nations, they're going to follow us, man. You thinking they're not watching us on YouTube, seeing how we doing? Let me tell you something. A lot of brothers in here didn't even know how to put a seed in the ground.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know how to deal with chicken. We learning the sheep. You know, I seen Route 1 out there, man, feeling it. I'm like, man, it's, 10 years from now, so a lot of you ain't thinking about where you're going to be in 5 years.
That's right. Right.
Because if you caught up in this world and you're not in Christ, you don't know where you're going to be in 5 years. You're not going to be at the same job. You're not going to be doing at the same residence. So you don't think about these things, where you're going to be in 10. But if you follow Christ, you should know.
Right.
I'm going to be with Christ in 10 years. Right. Shalom, Israel.